What is up, my friends? It is FA Cup day and we are at Plymouth Argyle and you're very welcome along to today's Anfield Agenda watch-along. Hope you've all had a lovely weekend so far. Lots of sport on, so plenty to watch. Obviously, we've got the Super Bowl tonight, which I'm very much looking forward to. But most importantly, let's see if the Reds can book our place in the FA Cup 5th round. The team news has just dropped, so I'm going to go through it momentarily. The good news for everybody is plenty of changes. Chiesa starts. I'm trying to figure it out. So let's go through it. It's Kelleher, Gomez, Endo, Diaz, Chiesa, Elliott, Jota, Costas, McConnell, Kwanzaa, Nioni. So plenty of changes in there for Arne. So going through it really quickly as I'm just seeing this now. So McConnell starting, Chiesa starting, Elliott starting, Joe Gomez back into the team. Nioni starting, which I am very interested in. Looking forward to seeing some of Trey Nioni. On the bench today for Liverpool, Yaros, Darwin, Jones, Trent Cone-Doherty, Mabaya, Nalo. Who's that one? Oh, Rio. These things are tiny, man. Sorry. Young and Norris. Sorry. Team news was tiny. I can barely read the substitutes. Liverpool need to make bigger posts. So yeah, look, lots of changes from Arne. So nothing to complain about in that regard for people worrying maybe that he was going to go a little bit too strong or whatever. So again, let me just zoom into this. So Yaros, Nunez, Jones, Cone-Doherty, Mabaya, Nalo, Rio, Norris and Young are on the bench. Sorry for that. Right, so let's wait and see what happens. I've no idea what to expect with regards to Plymouth, to be honest with you guys, because I haven't watched much of Plymouth at all. But I do know that a place in the 5th round awaits for the winner. Craig, can we laugh at City should have lost yesterday? I didn't watch the game yesterday. I'd seen the scoreline was 2-1 alright. And I'd seen the Leyton Orient goal, which was unbelievable. What a chip that was, in off the back of the goalkeeper as well. So it goes down as an OG, but incredible. So yeah, look, there's the Liverpool team. Lots of players rested. No Van Dijk in the squad, no Salah in the squad. So it's clear Arne's going strong for Wednesday and resting the guys up. London's in the house. Azan, how are we, bro? Welcome in. Sandra, I don't have many thoughts on Plymouth, mate. I don't know too much about them. I know two things about Plymouth. Pieface is a Plymouth fan. And I know that one of our regular viewers on the channel, Cam Vlogs, is a Plymouth fan. That's about it for me knowing Plymouth, to be honest with you folks. So, yeah. You're all going to be as equally surprised as I am, hopefully, learning about Plymouth today. Right, ladies and gentlemen, just a reminder, it is a match day, and of course that means one thing, that we are being brought to you with thanks to our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. Don't forget, you can get yourself 20% off. That is 20% off and free shipping. Store-wide at manscaped.com with the code Anfield20. Use that at checkout or scan the QR code. So, again, trying to figure out this right. Let's have a look. So, Costas left back, Gomez right back, Endo and Kwanzaa in the centre back positions, Nioni, McConnell and Elliott in midfield, Chiesa, Diaz and Diogo Jota up top. Now, don't forget to tune in tonight for the news video, because there's a good bit of news coming up in this video, which will be coming out later on this evening. So, keep an eye out for that one. It should be dropping about 8:30, so do keep an eye out for that one. Rio is on the bench, yep. Power Rio is on the bench. The bench again, Yaros, Nunez, Jones, Cone-Doherty, Mabaya, Nalo, Rio, Norris and Young. That is the Liverpool bench. The kickoff, ladies and gentlemen, is 3 p.m. if you're asking. 3 p.m. kickoff. So once again, for those asking who haven't seen it, the bench is Yaros, Nunez, Jones, Cone-Doherty, Mabaya, Nalo, Rio, Norris and Young. So there'll be no heroes coming off the bench today like the likes of a Salah or a Virgil to change the game. Arne has left them back in Liverpool to rest up for the Merseyside derby. So yeah, there we go. Thoughts? Do let me know. Drop a like if you haven't already as well. And of course, we'd love you to hit that subscribe button. We are closing in, as you can see, on 298k. We're only 273 subscribers away. Enjoy your day. Thank you, Ian. Same to you, mate. Same to you. Very pleasurable day off yesterday. Busy day in the Houlden household tomorrow. The wife starts her fire brigade course. And my son has his entrance exam for his secondary school. So, busy day. Who am I going for in the Super Bowl? Probably the Eagles, to be honest. Because, you know, we've got a guy in our Discord group Mike, who's a big Philadelphia Eagles fan, so we're probably going to go with the Eagles just to make Mike happy. Because, look, we want an upset. You know, everyone's looking for the three-peat for the Chiefs, but I don't know. Saquon Barkley going to run wild, Mike, if you're watching, is he? Is he going to run wild tonight, Mr. Barkley? Mario, I'm good, thank you, bro. Hassan's happy that Chiesa starts. Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch, definitely. Haven't seen much of him. We've seen him against PSV Eindhoven for the 90. Now he gets a start here again, so let's see if we can get a performance and hopefully a goal at Federico. Am I watching the Super Bowl? Yes, I will be watching it. Won't be getting much sleep tonight. I have to be up really early tomorrow, but even 3 hours will do, you know. So yeah, I'll be watching the Super Bowl, 100%. Thoughts on Pieface? I did a video with him a few years back and found him to be a very nice guy. Don't know all that much about him other than that, but yeah, I found Jack to be a very nice fella when we did a video together. Yeah, good lad. Very upbeat, very positive. So yeah, nothing but love. Any Liverpool tattoos? Yeah, I have a small one on my leg. It's kind of a Liverpool tattoo, an autism tattoo, and a me and my son tattoo, kind of all in one. Prediction from TGK said Plymouth 0, Liverpool 3, Elliot Chiesa and Jota to score. What's my favourite pie? Apple. It's got to be simple. Got to keep it simple, right? Is it only me that thinks this is a weakened team? Well, no, it is a weakened team. There's no denying that this is a weakened Liverpool team, mate. You know, when you don't have pretty much the majority of your first teamers in there, I think we can safely say, I like to say it's a much rotated team from Arne today. Sorry, just flying back through some of the chats in case I've missed anything. Excited to see Neone. Yes, Jasper. Great shout. Big fan of Trey Neone. Sorry, Trey Morris Neone. So yeah, it'll be interesting watching Trey play today. McConnell as well. Put in a great shift against PSV Eindhoven. So good to see him get to start. Obviously, Arne explained that the reason we kept McConnell around for the remainder of the campaign and didn't send him out on loan was because of that injury to Tyler Morton. He has a shoulder injury which will keep him out for at least 4 weeks. I like the midfield. Big opportunity for both Neone and McConnell, said AJ24. Yep, it is. No denying it. A little bit of mixture of quality in there as well. You've got Diaz, Chiesa, Jota, Harvey Elliott. So, you know, that front four looks fairly established. The back line is going to be interesting to see. Obviously, Costas, Gomez, Endo, and Kwanzaa in there. So, not really much playing time together there for those four. So, let's see how they get on. Who's the captain? That's a good question. I would imagine it's Gomez. Usually in these situations it's Gomez, so I would imagine it's Joe Gomez. Blackhearted Gamer said, something's telling me Chiesa is bagging a goal today. I hope so, man. I hope so. Would love him to get a goal. I'm guessing, but I'm thinking it'll be Joe Gomez for the captaincy. I would imagine it's Gomez. Craig, apple pie with what? Depends what mood I'm in. You know, sometimes cream, sometimes ice cream, but always with one. Oh well, if there's custard on the go, I'm not saying no to that either. Pretty much anything, basically, for me. Best pie is from beef. Well, if you're going savoury, I'm not going to argue with you. It's nothing wrong with a good beef pie, but I always think, you know, I've got a sweet tooth. Well, I've got a fat tooth, to be honest with you. So, for me, yeah, I always look to the sweeter stuff. But look, give me a good plate of pie and mash as well, and I'm not complaining. Adam, how are we, bro? Said, good morning from the USA. Good day to see our depth in action. Absolutely. You know, this is a day for proving yourself. So the likes of Chiesa and McConnell in there in midfield, Trey Neone for the future. It is about proving yourself, and they have a chance to do it today. What's the bench? It is Yaros, Nunez, Jones, Cone Doherty, Mabaya, Nalo, Rio, Norris and Young. Excuse me, coffee's still repeating on me. That is the bench today. So once again, that's Yaros, Darwin, Jones, Cone Doherty, Mabaya, Nallo, Rio, Norris and Young. Getting the hiccups now, folks. Sorry. Gonna have to have a little drinky poo of water. That's what you get when you try to shoehorn in that greedy second cup of coffee before the stream. Is Gomez the captain? I imagine so. My guess would be yes, that Joe would be the captain. Kem, how are you, bro? Thank you for your super chat. Gomez is back. Can't wait to see the youngsters. Yep, it's interesting, definitely. So, you know, it's been an interesting weekend in the FA Cup. Some big teams going out of it. I don't know. How do we feel about the FA Cup this season, by the way? Because for me, honestly, I wouldn't be too upset if we got knocked out of it at any point between now and the FA Cup final. If you're getting to the semis, you want to get yourself in the final. But it's the one I'm least concerned about this season, if I'm being really blunt about it. We've done the work in the League Cup to get to the final. Tough game against Newcastle. We know what's going on in the Premier League. Huge game coming up on Wednesday against Everton. Last Merseyside derby at Goodison. And then the Champions League, you know, you're kind of waiting to see what the draw is there. But I don't know. It's me. I've never really felt a big affinity to the FA Cup. I've always preferred the League Cup, and I've never known why, really. Oh, that little circle. So that little circle that you're on about, Steve, I've got a green screen behind me, and there's some small circles in the corners of the green screen that allow me to pin it into the wall and stuff. And that tiny little circle that you're on about, the one that's... Nope, this way. There. Yeah, that's the green screen, man. There's a tiny little hole in the green screen. Good spot, though. Good spot. "12-man bench, good luck with reading them out." Oh, I've already flown through it. Absolutely boxed it off. Didn't read out 12, though. So it's Yaros, Nunes, Jones, Cone Doherty, Mabaya, Nallo, Rio, Norris, Young. Boxed it off, mate. Do you know what I mean? Boom. Done. Thank you, by the way, Martin, for the super chat. Appreciate you. But yeah, boxed it off already. What have we got? 12 man? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 man for my bench. So there you go. George said, "I'm the same, Craig. The League Cup is better than the FA Cup. I love the competition." Yeah, I don't know. I just love the League Cup. Don't know what it is about it. Just always preferred it over the FA Cup. Chelsea and Arsenal already out. Would like to see City versus United to knock another one out. Simple draws to rotate. Yeah, look, as I said, some big names out of this FA Cup already. United knocked Arsenal out the previous round. United went through against Leicester then, obviously. Then we've seen this weekend Brighton knock out Chelsea in what was a surprise to me anyway. So, yeah, the draw's certainly opening up a little bit. Do you think... I don't know. What is going on? I need to learn how to breathe. Can somebody teach me how to breathe? Because apparently I can't do it. Do you think Wednesday's a big game to get a 9-point lead? It's a huge game, Jamie. Huge game. And look, Everton were also knocked out of the FA Cup this weekend. They were beaten 2-0, if my memory's right, as well there. So, yeah, it's a massive game coming up. And I don't have the same fear that other people seem to have around the game at the minute. But for me... I'm confident going into Wednesday. I am. It's going to be one hell of an atmosphere, I'd imagine, inside Goodison, but I'm quietly confident going into this one on Wednesday. David said, "I want to win every cup competition we're in." And there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever, sir. Nothing wrong with that whatsoever. And don't get me wrong, if we find our way, David, into the quarterfinals, semi-finals, I'll be wanting us to win it as well. Just, you know, if you're going to get knocked out with them, better to get knocked out in the early rounds, I would say, rather than, you know, having put a bit more effort into it and getting to the latter stages. But you're right, man. We should be looking to win every competition we're in. And if we can get through it rotating like this, absolutely no issues with any of that. Will I be keeping an eye on the Ireland match? No, I won't really, but I'm sure I'll be kept up to date in the chat. People are always very good about stuff like that. But no, man, I'm just going to be focused on our game today and having some fun with you guys. Do I think we'll win the quadruple? No, I don't. And I'm going to keep saying that because I'm not going to try and be one of these people that talk it into existence. Let's just wait and see what happens. You know, obviously we all want to win as many as possible, but, you know, it is what it is. If I'm being really honest, a League Cup and a league title would be an amazing, amazing season. And anything after that would be just incredible bonus. So yes, we can win the Champions League. We can. I'm not saying we will, but we absolutely can. So yeah, look, you never know. But you got to get one of the two big ones. And for me, this season, the preference is the league. Normally, I'm a European Cup man, but this season, I'm going with Mo, and I want the league title. I want number 20. And then I want us to defend it next season. So nobody can say anything. No, only because this team fell away or referee decisions, or I want acknowledgement that this team is the best team in England. And hopefully we get the contract situation sorted and a couple of signings in the summer, and then we're good to go. By the way, with regard to the summer signings and stuff, do check out the video we're going to put out later on this evening, because it's packed full of information, so do keep an eye out for that one. Right, Martin said, I meant if Arne gets his way and that's 12 each. I mean, it's fine, honestly, Martin. If I think I agree with Arne, given the option. So the way I looked at it was, right, let's look at the last game of the League Cup, right? So if Arne had the full 23-man squad available to him, and it was as comfortable as it was for us, he could have made changes there. We could have given Rio some minutes. You know, you don't want to take up the places with young players and not put in senior players. But if you can fit them all in and bring a couple of young players, and the game like Spurs midweek gets away from Spurs so easily, and we're cantering to a win, you could have given an invaluable 20 minutes there to the likes of a McConnell or a Rio, and with the game already done and dusted. So I'm with them. I agree. Is Surfshark a VPN? Indeed it is, Lala. Indeed it is. But today, we're being brought to you with thanks to our friends at Manscaped. And honestly, I need to get this Chairman Pro package, because I shaved my face yesterday and I swear I missed a good bit of it because, I don't know, I was singing or something, I wasn't paying attention. But I know if I had the Chairman Pro package face shaving kit from our friends at Manscaped, maybe I would have been a bit more awake and I would have covered the entire face. So there you go. Maybe I've just got a fat head, I don't know. But if you would like to treat yourself to this or anything else at manscaped.com, a reminder, you can get 20% off and free shipping with our code Anfield20. That's 20% off and free shipping. Use that code at checkout or scan the QR code. Right, Shane, how are you, my man? Shane said, I love the FA Cup. I hope you don't win it, so you can't win the real treble. Well, obviously, I never want you to win anything anyways. So look, Shane, I promise you one thing, mate. If we won the league, the Champions League, and the League Cup, I'm calling that a treble. And I'm calling that a very, very proper, serious treble, because it would have the two big ones in it. So after that, there'd be no undermining us, man, if that was the case, you know. If it was the League Cup instead of the FA Cup and people were trying to say that's not the treble, I really don't mind on this one. Because I haven't seen it in my lifetime, mate. I haven't seen Liverpool do the League and European Cup double. So, you know, I want Liverpool to get that done. So, you know, if another trophy comes along with it, happy days. But I don't know what it is about the FA Cup, Shane. I've just never really been that attached to it as compared to the League Cup. Adam, I am content with Klopp leaving. 4 is on the table. Look, I always say it feels like Jurgen did leave at the right time. You know, I'm never going to say I'm happy Jurgen left, because I absolutely love the man to bits. But I feel like it was timed well for everybody in the end. It was a good decision to bring in Arne from the recruitment team and the club. And look, our record so far this season definitely speaks for itself. Any comments on playing on a hybrid surface that includes artificial grass? Genuinely didn't know that. Hand on heart, mate, didn't know that. So let's see what Home Park has in store for us then. Yeah, I didn't know that. Let's have a look-see. The players are walking out there. Oh yeah, see, kind of interesting. The pitch looks decent, to be fair, just at first sight looking at it there. ITV are on the side of it at the minute doing a little bit of punditry, and pitch looks in decent condition. What made me pick Liverpool? Long story, Big Dave, but it was that, you know, that 2-0 defeat by Arsenal in the 89-90 season, I think it was, or was it 88-89, when Arsenal beat us 2-0. I was watching that game as a kind of neutral. I'd only start getting into football in the last year or two, And I was just fixated by Anfield and Liverpool. And even though we lost the game, I fell in love that night with Liverpool and been a Liverpool fan ever since. Got my first jersey then. It would have been a couple of months after that. Well, about 3 months after that, I got my first Liverpool shirt, and that was it. First ever football shirt I had was a Barcelona shirt that my dad bought me when we were in Mallorca on holidays. Shane said, sorry Craig, the treble is Champions League, Premier and FA Cup. See, Shane, again, I don't need your validation on this one. Love you, bro. You know that. But I don't need your validation on a treble, mate. If Liverpool win a European Cup, a league, and any domestic cup, I'll call it a treble. You can think of it however you want. But either way, the two big ones, I'm partying like it's 1999 on that one, Shane. Oh. Afternoon, Craig, said Mr. Slotball. How are you, bro? Mark Bell said artificial grass is hard on the legs. I don't think it's fully artificial grass. I think it's a hybrid. And as one of the commenters mentioned underneath here, it's not all that unusual. I think it's becoming more and more of a thing now. The clubs are looking at these new hybrid types of grass and pitches, especially with the sheer volume of games getting played these days. So, do you like Cornish pasties? I've never had one, is the honest answer, man. I've never had one. Sam Lewis said official treble will always be the Prem, Champions League and FA Cup. So, again, I can only reiterate what I've said. I don't care if it's an official treble. It's a bleeding treble that includes the two big ones. So, people can judge whatever they want. If we win those trophies, I don't care. I'm going to be deliriously happy. You can call it whatever you want. I'm going to call it one hell of a season. And I'm going to smile and look back at it forever if that's the case. And if I could pick 3 trophies, it would be those 3. So for me, it would be the ideal season. Other than, of course, a quadruple, which I'm not talking about. So yeah, look, people can nitpick at it as much as you want. But if Liverpool Football Club win the league, the European Cup, and any bleeding trophy after that, I am going to be cock-a-hoop and celebrating it. And you can call it whatever you want. You can make up a name for it. Call it the Craigo treble. I don't mind, but it's going to be party time. What are your thoughts of this season's recruitment at Liverpool? Well, we haven't done any recruiting, so there isn't really much to think about in that regard. Look, I think a lot of Liverpool fans now are going to just see what happens in the summer. So, I'm not happy with the business that we haven't done. I'm very happy with the football we're playing and the position we're in. And let's see what happens in the summer. If we get the contract sorted out, and we get a couple of new recruits in. And we will be talking about this on tonight's video, by the way, because there's a good chunk of information after flying out over the last 24 hours. If the risk pays off, brilliant. And I'm, we're all happy. But let's wait and see. It's very difficult to talk about if I'm happy or not, because the club have admitted they've taken a bit of a risk. And let's see what happens in the summer. If we can get over the line, win trophies, get the contract sorted, and get in a couple of key players, brilliant. I will be more than happy to never speak about FSG again, never have to talk about them being cheap. That's all I ever want, is Liverpool to have a squad that I think is as good as it can be. So I think, as I mentioned at the start of this little segment, a lot of Liverpool fans are going to be just looking to the summer to see what happens. Where is Alisson? Well, have a little guess where he is. Just a little wild stab in the dark. He's not in the 11 and he's not on the bench. So where might he be? Let's play a little game of Where's Ali? I'm going to go first. I'm saying that he's in a Starbucks having a cheeky little cappuccino somewhere around Liverpool. And then he's heading back home to watch the game. That's my guess. What's this one? Connor said, I find it very hypocritical people call you negative for wanton spending, but Sam Maguire putting out that Slot doesn't rate half the squad is fine. Thank you, Connor, for defending me. More of this from Connor. Sabrina! It's happened! Connor's finally stuck up for me. It's only taken 6.5 years. I get it, Connor, but I'm not a negative person. I'm just a realist, and if the club don't spend, what else do people expect? You're gonna say it's cheapness, but I'm comfortable in my positions. And look, all I want is the club to be successful, same as everybody else. So, it is what it is. We have the squad we have between now and the end of the season. I'm just going to sit back and enjoy the season play out. Nothing I can do about it now. All the complaining in the world about signings or not signings isn't going to change it. We have what we have. And thankfully, and I am very grateful for this, we have a healthy squad at the minute, which is great news. I had a match in Phoenix Park this morning. The pitch was horrible. Oh, I've only ever played out there once. Izan, yeah, not great. Not great, but there was a load of pitches. I don't know what it's like in this day and age, but God, yeah, it wasn't great when I played out there. So exposed to the elements as well. Would I like to see Rio in the second half? Absolutely, Gustav. Yes, man. 100% want to see Rio. Really excited to see some of these guys today. Like, so happy to have a little look at McConnell. I thought he was exceptional in the game against PSV Eindhoven, so really looking forward to seeing him. I'm a big fan of Trey Neone, so looking forward to seeing Trey out there as well. It kind of baffles me as well that we're out here playing today and Arsenal are over in Dubai or somewhere in a warm weather training camp because they've been booted out of the League Cup and the FA Cup, which kind of makes me smile a little bit. They're over there plotting, hoping, praying, begging that we fall apart a bit and that they can come back and mount a challenge. And I very much hope on Wednesday night that we put Everton to the sword and break those Arsenal hearts one little bit more, because they're praying we drop points in this one. Oh, here we go. Time for a bit of singing, Mike. Oh, when the Reds go marching in. Oh, when the Reds go marching in. I want to be in that number. Go on the mic. How are we, Mike? Welcome in, bro. Chelsea have fallen off a cliff. It is funny. To be fair to Chelsea fans, though, they were the ones saying that they weren't in a title race, But yes, there's always going to be up and downs like that when you've such a much changed and quite young squad as well with Chelsea. You're always going to have ups and downs like that. But I think they'll be there or thereabouts for the next few years. They are building a very good squad there if they can just get some continuity in there. They've got a very good squad. I watched the Madrid derby last night, actually. I don't know if you guys paid much attention to it. I thought the standard was awful, to be honest with you. I really did. You're looking at a team out there in Real that had Mbappe, Vinny Jr., Rodrigo, Valverde, Jude Bellingham. I thought it was awful. Really, really awful. Just not a great standard whatsoever. So that makes me a little bit confident in Europe. And we also know that one of Manchester City and Real Madrid are going out. The first leg of that is coming up on Tuesday. And then the second leg of the Bernabeu. So one of the big hitters is going out in the Champions League playoff round. And here we are sitting feet up ready to go in the last 16. We should have started Maka and Ryan for this game. Respectfully disagree. David, respectfully disagree. Respectfully disagree, mate. We need to rest them up for the game against Wednesday, against Everton. Sorry, against Wednesday. We're playing against Wednesday on Wednesday, mate. And Wednesday always win on a Wednesday. Yeah, we got to rest them up, man. Got to rest them up. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we've got half an hour. We need to get ourselves 591 likes to get to the 1,000 before kick-off. So thank you all for being with us. If you can, please do hit that like button for me. And of course, hit the subscribe button as well. What do you reckon? Are we going to get to 298,000 today? This last little push towards 300k, oh, it's been hard. You know, we've been chipping away at it for months and we're closing in now, but we need your help to get there. Only 2,261 to go. Right, so if you haven't seen the bench yet, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to run through it for you in a second. But firstly, let's have a look at the starting 11. It's Kelleher, then a back four of Costas, Gomez, Endo and Kwanzaa. Midfield, Nioni, McConnell and Elliott. And then the three attackers, Luis Diaz, Federico Chiesa and Diogo Jota. The bench today for the Reds, Yaros, Nunez, Jones, Cone Doherty, Mabaya, Nallo, Rio, Norris and Young. That is the Liverpool bench. Is it best for us if City beat Real? Don't know. It's a good question. I guess it depends who you want to go further in the competition. Personally, I'd like to see Man City's season ended because they're not winning the Prem. You know, they're in the FA Cup, so they may do something there. They're out of the League Cup, obviously. And if they get knocked out of Europe, that's the end of their season pretty much. So I'd probably favour a Madrid win. Although I think that will be a harder game for us in the future if we played them. But I'd still rather City go out. Because any karma for City, and I'm on board with it, to be honest. Jones could have been there. Could have, yeah, fair point. But again, I'm all for Arne resting up everybody and giving the lads a bit of a breather. Because, you know, we play Thursday, then they've 6 days before the next one. You hope that they show up rested and prepared at Goodison Park for the last Merseyside derby there. We can beat City in any tournament, any match this year. I agree. Adam, I agree. There's just... Do you know what? I'll be really honest. I hate playing English teams in Europe. I hate it. It just feels weird. And even in those battles with Chelsea over the years, in the Rafa time, we'd so many of them. It just... I don't know. It just feels weird. I hate playing teams that you play in the Premier League anyway in Europe. I didn't like the final where we played against Spurs either. So yeah, I like avoiding the English teams and playing our European counterparts. RTE Sport only have 61k subscribers. You're already well ahead of national broadcasters. Thank you. They should be kicking down my door, begging me to come in and do stuff for RTE. Honestly, until I go to my grave, I'm going to be feeling disrespected that our national broadcaster has never reached out to me in any way, shape or form. Well, I say in any way, shape or form. That's not necessarily true. But yeah, look, come on. Do you know what I mean? It's here waiting for you. The talent that you need. I'll be Dublin's answer to the two Johnnies. You know, I can be the Dublin version. I don't even need a sidekick. I'll do it all on my own. The two Johnnies, and then we can have one gobshite. Me. Kelleher is bad in goals. Right, well, you can fuck off. I love when people show me very quickly that they're either in for trolling or they just don't understand football. And anybody who says Kelleher's bad in goal is either just silly or stupid. One or the other. But either way, it's an absolutely ridiculous claim to make. Kelleher's been brilliant. Won 2 cups with Liverpool, playing in goal. And I would argue that although people say we haven't had many injuries this season, it feels like that because Kelleher performed so well when Alisson was out for as long as he was. And he deserves tremendous credit for that. So show some damn respect. Kelleher was brilliant at the start of the season when Alisson was injured, said Job. Yeah, he was brilliant, man. Absolutely. And there's going to be 4 or 5 clubs fighting for his signature in the summer as well. And we're going to talk about that in tonight's video. Will you be watching the rugby on another screen? No, God, Adam, I'd be far too distracted, mate. I'd forget to talk or something. I'm one of those people, bro, that can't multitask whatsoever. I just can't do it. So I'll be keeping an eye on the game and chatting with yourself. Have you seen the disrespectful comments Nunes came out with against Slough? No, I haven't, David. Feel free to let me know the quote. But no, I haven't seen them. But look, he's gone in the summer. So, you know, I hope... I just hope he has an enjoyable end to the season with Liverpool. I hope he can contribute. And then we'll see what happens in the summer. Oh, God, Shane, now. Can you imagine? Oh, mate, I'd be like a pig in poo. I'd be over the moon. So this is a very Irish comment, by the way. Get Craig in and bring back Dunphy, Giles and Brady and get them Sunday. Brolly and Spillane back and RT will be back. Lads, put me in there. Put me in there. I can take Richie Sadler's place when Richie's not available and put me in there, as you said, with Dunphy, Giles and Chippy Brady. That'd be... oh, Shane, we were spoiled, man, growing up. We had the best punditry in football with those lads. Honestly, it was brilliant. Bill O'Hurley, he, God rest them, an absolute hero, a legend of a man as well. Okie doke, okay. Has anyone seen Amarim does kickboxing? No. You should try management, though. You know, we should try coaching. That would be good. Oh, but by the way, well in there at Chisora. Did not see that performance coming last night from Del Boy. Anybody watch the boxing? I mean, Otto Valen seems like a lovely fella, but it just felt like his heart wasn't in that one again last night. He looked like petrified against AJ, and then last night against Chisora, he just didn't look like he wanted to be there. But well done, Derek Chisora, an incredible victory. Yeah, it was mad. Craig, should we sell Allison or Kelleher in the summer? Well, the answer is Kelleher because he's got 1 year to go in his contract. So he will be sold in the summer. I truly don't know what's happening with Ali because I don't know what's going on with the whole goalkeeper situation, you know, with Mamardashvili. I don't know what the plan is. Del Boy rolled back the ears last night. Yep, he certainly did. And it was good to see such a show from, like, such an outpouring of emotion from the British boxing public for Derek Chisora. Because love him, loathe him or whatever, he's been a big part of boxing in the UK for, I don't know, 15 years now, 16 years. And I love when people have these ends of their careers, you know, this purple patch right at the very end. And it's like there's nothing to lose, you know. It's all off and he just goes out and fights and leaves it all in there. It's mad. I love it in sport when this happens. People have this brilliant last patch of their career. Do I think Chimikas will be sold in the summer? I would say so. One of the left backs is going to go. You would imagine it would be Costas. I hope it is Costas, to be frank. I want to keep Robbo around for a good alternative, you know, a good, solid pro. Somebody who I'm sure would be an asset to any manager or coach in a changing room. A proper leader in Andy Robertson. So, yeah. No disrespect to Costas either, but, you know, if one of them has to go, I'm saying we bring in a new starting left back and we keep Robbo around. Craig, tell me you supported Drekas Duplessis over Strickland. I didn't watch it, no. I didn't watch it. I checked this morning the decision for Duplessis over the 5 rounds, but no, I didn't watch it. I'm not really into MMA, to be honest. I'm a very casual watcher, but boxing is something that I pay a lot more attention to. What was the Nunez comment to Slot? No idea. Somebody just asked me had I seen it, and I said no, I haven't. No idea what the comment is or was at all. Right, what time have we got? 21 minutes to go. Let's again run through the Liverpool team in case people haven't seen it. In goal today, Queeveen Kelleher. We think right back Joe Gomez, left back Costas. Watoro Endo and Jarell Kwanzaa are your centre backs today. Midfield of Trey Neone, James McConnell and Harvey Elliott. And then up top, Luis Diaz on the left, Federico Chiesa on the right, and Diogo Jota through the centre. Liverpool bench today is Yaros, Nunez, Jones, Cone Doherty, Mabaya, Nallo, Rio, Norris and Young. So, as I mentioned, do join us for that news video later on tonight because we have plenty of information about the summer and stuff like that. So, You know, don't say I didn't tell you. Be out about 8 o'clock tonight, so do check in on that one, because we've got plenty to talk about in that video. Who's captain today? I'm going to guess that it's Joe Gomez, but, you know, haven't seen that confirmed yet, but I would believe it's going to be Joe Gomez. Most underrated players in the last 20 years, Maxi Rodriguez and Steve Finnan. I don't think Steve Finnan's underrated at all. I think everybody knows how good Steve Finnan was, to be fair. Maxi's a good show. Dirk Kuyt would be one I'd throw in there. Who else would I say underrated last 20 years? Underrated is a difficult one. Raul Morales, I actually enjoyed. You know, it was a dark time when he was there with Roy Hodgson and whatever, but I thought he put in some decent shifts. Yossi Benayoun, I'll always have a little soft spot for as well. Kleiny. Lucas Leiva is a great show. I love Lucas Leiva to bits. Honestly, one of my life goals was to try and meet that man and do an interview with him. And maybe I can make that happen someday. But yeah, I'd name my child after Lucas Leiva. So yeah, I'd love to interview Lucas someday, because I love the attitude that he showed at Liverpool. He just never let that and get to him. Was always a model pro. Just love the guy. Really, really love him. Yeah, confirmation Gomez is the captain. I've seen the team sheet. Thank you, Mark. Seen the official team sheet there now as well. And yeah, it is confirmed Gomez is the captain. The Plymouth team, really quickly, is Hazard in goal. Connor Hazard, not Eden. Then your man number 5, Julio, I'm going to call him because I'm not trying to pronounce that surname. Then Harji, Callum Wright, Bundo, Puchak, Giabi, Randall, Kacic, Skrinola, and Tavrilov. Where are they getting these Plymouth lads from? None of them sounded very Plymouthy. Shane, how are you, bro? Said, get Craig in and bring back... No, we've already done that one. It's this one, Shane. No, it's the newer one. There we go. Yes, we were blessed. Giles, Dunphy, Brady for the footy. Brawley, Spillane and O'Rourke for the Gaelic. Loughnane for the hurling. And George Hook for the rugby. Yeah, so George Hook is somebody, actually, Shane, that I took a lot of inspiration from, because he really only had success in the latter part of his life, and I feel like my life's going that way, hopefully. So yeah, you're right as well. Great panels. So happy to see Endo in defence. I'm expecting good fun, said Bobby Tams. Right, 332 likes to go, 17 minutes to do it. So if you haven't hit that like button, please do, folks. We appreciate your support. And of course, we're looking to try and get ourselves to 298,000 subscribers today. So if you are with us and you haven't subscribed, we'd love you to do that as well. Can I speak Irish? Just cúpla focal. I couldn't hold a conversation in Irish, no. Just, as I mentioned, cúpla focal, that's it. Have I seen anything of the Japanese boxer Naoya Inoue? Yes, of course, Marco. I agree with Eddie Hearn, by the way. I think his resume needs, you know, if we're talking pound for pound, he needs to start fighting some higher caliber opponents on occasion. But of course I know about Inoue and his brother as well. Right, David, thank you. I appreciate you sharing this. Sport Bible interview. Are you happy with your minutes under slot? Nunes, yes. 1 sec. Let me read this out properly. Nunes, yes, I've not had enough. Is it right for a manager to come in and treat me like that? He doesn't see my ability. If that's a genuine quote, and of course I've no reason to believe that you're not telling the truth there. Yeah, it is what it is, but I don't know if he said it or not. I haven't seen it written down. I haven't seen the link. Connor's trying to find the Sport Bible interview. We can't find the quotes. I don't know. Look, there's only one person responsible for Darwin not succeeding at Liverpool Football Club, and it's him. So, I don't know. Look, it is what it is. If they are genuine comments, they're his comments to make. But ultimately, for me as a fan, I just feel like he hasn't worked at Liverpool, and it's down to him and nobody else. 2 different managers have tried him out, and it just hasn't worked out to the level we'd hoped for. But again, no disrespect to him either. He seems like a lovely guy. But we can't find that quote, so until we find the quote, I don't know, whether to talk much more about it or not. Right, Robert, thank you, man, for being with us as a member for 15 months. Incredible. Chinese tea tonight if we win. What's your order? Oh God, I haven't had Chinese in so long. Kind of depends where I'm getting it from, but usually the first thing I look for is pork. So sweet and sour pork or pork curry. Ribs for starters, obviously. If not, chicken balls, boiled rice, curry sauce, chips. I'm really boring, man, but that'll probably be my go-to order. Adam said, I can only find Darwin and Slot defending each other. Yeah, Connor can't find it either, so that's what I'm saying. I don't know where, David said the quote came in from Sport Bible. We can't find it yet. Mark Hinthall, thank you, man. Whoop whoop. Appreciate you, bro. Member with us for 3 months. Thank you, Mark. Do you think it's burning Arne to play Endo and Chiesa? No. I think he's utilising his squad as we'd want them to. Happy birthday, by the way, to Arturo Endo, who's 32 today. I forgot to mention that earlier on in the stream. Yeah, so happy birthday. So, David, I'm not calling you a liar, mate, but we can't find that quote anywhere, and I've got 3 different people looking for it, and nobody can come up with the quote. So we're going to have to just assume that it isn't a genuine quote. I think the morale of our squad is sky high, said Steve. Yeah, I would imagine it is, man. Winning's a good habit, isn't it? Craig, I'm a young red, really frustrated when we lose matches. What do you do after defeat to get over it? Oh, man, you're asking the wrong person. 1 minute motivation. You are totally asking the wrong person there. Yeah, I don't have a way of getting over it, mate. I'm horrible when we lose. Honestly, my weekend's done. I intentionally just stay away from everybody for a few hours. Even Discord, I'm not the right person to ask because I'm not a good influence in that regard. Right, what have we got? 12 minutes to kick off. Just a reminder, of course, today we'll have our match reaction and our player ratings video coming up as well. So, yeah, we're going to have to say, David, that we're calling that quote bullshit, mate. We've got Mark, the chief mod, can't find it. Connor can't find it. And if there's one man I put my life on to find something, it's Connor. Trust me. If I say to Connor at times, Connor, find me out some information on X, Y, or Z, he comes back to me in an hour and let's say he's pulled together more information than I could have in a day. So, yeah. Anyway, look, it is what it is. Ultimately, we know Darwin's probably moving on in the summer anyway, so there's no need to drag anyone's names through the mud. Let's just hope we have a good end to the campaign. What did I think of Rodgers' time at Liverpool? Good or average? Naive is the word I would use. Naive. I think it came too early in his managerial career. I think he made a lot of mistakes with regards to personal relationships with players inside the squad. I felt at times he was too happy to throw some players under a bus. I felt he was a bit cringy. But I give him credit on the other side for, finding ways to get the best out of that attack that we had. And that 13-14 season, although it didn't go the way we wanted to, was one hell of an enjoyable season. So, yeah, no real strong feelings about Brendan Rodgers either which way. I just, feel like it came too early from the Liverpool job. You should make another channel called Agenda Food Reviews because I could sit and talk food with you all day and night. Love everything you do. You're an idol. Get a cheesecake on me with this. Man, that's so lovely, Robert. Thank you, bro. Yeah, man, thank you. Appreciate you. If I ever did do another channel, what you've said would form a big part of it. And look, I don't know how much longer I have left in the football scene, to be honest with you. It's a difficult industry to be in this side of it, you know, on the football side of it. It's a really tough industry. But if ever I do pivot and rotate, I'm thinking, you know, just make the next channel all about me in regards to my life stories, good and bad, some funny things, food reviews. I have very strong thoughts on shrinkflation as well. So yeah, I think that would probably be the pivot if I do give up the old football stuff. Nunez is underrated. He deserves his day in the Anfield sun. I think, look, to be fair, he's done better recently. I'm very happy to say that. But he's had more than enough time to prove himself at Liverpool, and he hasn't done it. So, you know, when he moves on in the summer, there'll be no bad blood from me whatsoever, but I do feel it will be the right decision. I hated Rodgers, what he did to Agger, said King. I hated that he left Steven Gerrard on the bench going away to Real Madrid in the Champions League. That absolutely did my head in. I still, to this day, get wound up by that. Daniel, Fashi, thank you, bro. Or Fashihi, excuse me. Thank you, bro. What have we got now? 9 minutes to go until kickoff, ladies and gents. 9 minutes to go. Craig, is the broccoli bet from last season on if we win the league? Oh, 100%. I promised I'd eat broccoli live on stream if we win the league, and I stand over it. Now, the weird part is, though, you're not going to see it because it's green, so I might have to do it and upload a video or something. I don't know. But yeah, of course, man, I'll try to keep my promises. If Craig hits 300k, he will leave us as a goal achieved prediction, but I hope you stay for years to come. Look, I don't know what's going to happen. Like I've said, I'm going to see how I feel and go from there. But, you know, let's not focus on me. Let's focus on the footy today. And, you know, whatever happens with me, we'll figure that out over the next few months. Hope to see Rio today, said Stig. I think you will, man. I think you will. You know, it's a very interesting team and an interesting bench. I'm very excited to see Chiesa again today, and that midfield of Nioni and McConnell as well, with Elliott sitting ahead. Very excited to see those two young men. How much broccoli? One piece, mate. Come on now. Do you know what I mean? This is my Mount Everest. Daniel, thank you, man. Said you've been watching a long time. Appreciate you. We're what are we now? I think we're heading for 7 years now at this point, I think, if my memory's right. Yeah, I think next month, if I'm right, Connor, I think next month 7 years, if my memory's correct. Daniel, and thank you, man, for the super chat. Daniel Flory said, if Liverpool win multiple big trophies, will you be in Liverpool for the parade and celebrations? No, but hear me out. I'm going to be in Liverpool 3 days after the league ends and 3 days before the Champions League final, because we're doing an end of season show in Liverpool, and the tickets for that are going to go on sale at the start of next month, and it's going to be an incredible show because we're doing a reunion show. So not only will myself and Connor be there on the night, we're going to have Steve Bland and Chris Stonage with us. I did that the other day writing in my notes as well. I wrote Steve Gill. I don't know why. But yeah, we're going to have Jack 6-0 Gill, Steve Bland, Chris Stonage there on the night as well. Chris is going to interview me on stage and a no-holds-barred chat, so that's going to be fun. And then we're going to have a panel segment as well with all of us. So yeah, we will be in Liverpool right in between the last game of the season and the Champions League final for our end-of-season party at the Hot Water Comedy Club, and I cannot wait to be back over. We were quite ballsy picking that date because, you know, as I mentioned, the league finishes on the Sunday, then we're on the Wednesday, and then the Champions League finals on the Saturday, and who knows, maybe we're going to be looking at both. Right, afternoon, Craig. Rodgers should have been sacked immediately after the 6-1 loss to Stoke. Probably the angriest I've been watching a Liverpool match. I hear you. I hear you. There was some questionable decisions from Rodgers at that point, and that 6-1 was a disgrace. You're right. He's still going to be my best man at my wedding. Sure. You know, you better make sure the wedding's somewhere nice, though. You know, I'm not coming over for no sandwiches and Weatherspoons. You know, but we gotta have a nice wedding. You know, if you want me to wear a bleeding suit, the grub better be nice. I've been best man once at a wedding. Once. Right. I need your help. We've 148 likes to go, and we've only got 4.5 minutes. And this cannot be the game we don't hit that 1,000 likes, folks. So please do hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed, you know what to do. Subscribe as well. The players are just about to walk out into the pitch at Home Park. FA Cup, 4th round. Plymouth Argyle versus Liverpool, with a place in the 5th round at stake. Just a reminder that today the game has to reach a conclusion, so there will be extra time and penalties if needed. And the draw for the 5th round, the draw for the 5th round takes place tomorrow. So we will let you know who we get drawn against if indeed we make it through. Fritz Frank, always a pleasure, bro. Thank you. Who do I go for in the Super Bowl? I'm probably the Eagles. I think the Chiefs might win it, but I want the Eagles to win it because, you know, of Mike, one of the guys in our Discord, who's a big Eagles fan from Philly. And of course, we had that crash in Philly as well recently, so a bit of love for the Philly people, a bit of good news. Am I going to watch it? I hope to. I've got to be up really early tomorrow. My son has an entrance exam for a secondary school, so I've got to bring him to that early in the morning because my wife will be starting her fire brigade course. So, yeah, busy day tomorrow. Nice and early start for me, which I hate, of course, but, you know, it is what it is. You do it for the fam. Right, ladies and gents, we are moments away from this one starting, so just a little quick reminder before we get underway that it being a match day, we are being brought to you with thanks to our sponsors, Manscaped. Check out the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra All-in-One Men's Grooming Kit, featuring the Lawnmower 5.0, the Weed Whacker Ear Nose Hair Trimmer, Manscaped's 2 liquid formulations, and a couple of free gifts as well, the Shed Travel Bag and the Boxer Briefs. You can get yourself 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com with our code Anfield20 or by scanning the QR code. Once again, that's 20% off and free shipping at manscaped.com by using our code Anfield20 at checkout or scanning the QR code. Right, let's really quickly fly through the Liverpool team again. In goal, Queefin Kelleher. Right back, Joe Gomez. Left back, Kostas Tsimikas. Centre back pairing of Wataru Endo and Jarell Quansah. In midfield, Trey Neone, James McConnell and Harvey Elliott. Up top, Luis Diaz on the left, Federico Chiesa on the right and Diogo Jota through the centre. Your Liverpool bench today, Yaros, Nunez, Jones, Cone Doherty, Mabaya, Nallo, Rio, Norris and Young. Can we get ourselves to 298,000 subscribers today? We need your help to get there, folks. So you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button if you can. Tyler, how are you, bro? Welcome in. Where you say you're in? Toronto. How are you, mate? Well, Home Park's absolutely jammers. Arne just sharing a quick embrace there with the Plymouth manager before we get underway. Caden, thank you. Appreciate you, my friend. Appreciate you, sir. Or if you're a lady, excuse me. Appreciate you, my friend. Right, about to get underway. Let's see what this pitch is like as well. It looks magnificent. Have you seen the story of Diaz to Chelsea? Yes, I have. And I will be covering a load of transfer stuff in a video later on tonight, man. So do make sure to check that out because we've got lots of info for you. Going to be getting married at Anfield. Hopefully Salah and the karaoke machine. You'll get a cheese pizza and Coke. That'll work. No suits required. Liverpool kit to be worn and the first dance will be me and you. That sounds good, Robert. I'm going to pinch your arse as well, mate, in the first dance. You know, don't care what your new wife thinks. So yeah, sign me up. Pizza, Coke, Liverpool shirts. It's a winner. It's a winner, Robert. I did bring that up, didn't I? If I didn't bring it up, man, sorry. Here we go. But yeah, pizza and Coke. That sounds like the perfect wedding meal to me. Right, sit back, relax, and I'm going to take you through the next 90 minutes, and of course, if required, extra time as well. Craig, if you met any of the Liverpool team in person, not the new players, no, not the recent ones. I've met lots of the former players, but none of the current bunch. Right, we are underway. We are underway. Plymouth go back to their goalkeeper and, of course, do the decent thing and launch it long left side. Liverpool playing from left to right in the first half in our white strip. Costas now on the burst down the left-hand side. Right, here we go. Plymouth now in possession. It's weird. So there's a big shadow from the main stand on the pitch, and then there's some really bright areas as well. Oh, there's Brian. Thank you, Brian, for dropping in and gifting 50 memberships. Incredibly generous of you, sir, yet again. I nearly missed you, and then I caught it with the corner of my eye. Appreciate you, Brian, as always. And no doubt Brian's going to be tuning in for the Super Bowl. Plymouth are on the attack here, by the way. Shot is blocked, thankfully. Second one. Chiesa back there doing a bit of defending. But he's inadvertently giving the ball back to Plymouth. Liverpool player steps in, puts it out for a throw-in. Plymouth starting brightly. Yes, again, thank you, Brian. Appreciate you, sir. And well done to everyone who got gifted a membership there as well. 230 subs to go. We're closing in. Right, Plymouth going to take a long throw in here on this near side. Ball thrown in. Headed away by Liverpool, but headed back in by Plymouth. Second ball then from Costas. Diaz tries to juggle it on the edge of his own penalty area, and eventually it's hooked away by Costas. Jota lets the ball go out. Liverpool throw in. Far side, just pretty much on the halfway line. So it looks like McConnell's right back. Yeah, Endo's in central midfield. McConnell's at right back by the looks of it. Gomez playing left centre back. And Costas in the left back position. So again, just to confirm, it looks like Endo's in midfield. McConnell's now tucked in to add that additional midfielder, and Liverpool's defence is split to a back three here for a moment in possession with Kwanzaa. It's interesting. McConnell's now stepping back into that space. This is going to be one to keep an eye on anyway. The Reds try thread through a pass, but it's overhit. I'm just still trying to get to grips with this formation. Kevin, good morning, man. Kevin over in Sydney. How are you, bro? Right, Plymouth on the attack. Liverpool win it back in midfield. Gomez. Ball inside to Diogo Jota. He tries to slip it through. Finds it with Diaz. Diaz left side of the penalty area. Ball back. Strike. I think it was Trey Morris-Nioni. It's blocked and Plymouth look to clear it. You can see that pitch is bubbling quite a bit. I'm watching it on Premier Sport, sorry for those asking. I'm watching it on Premier Sport. It's also on ITV in the UK, but I have it here on Premier Sport. I will sync up for everybody now at 4 minutes. Yeah, the ball's like... I'm still trying to get to grips of how the ball's moving here on the pitch. Because it looks like a hard pitch with quite a high bounce. Diaz. Elliott. Back out to Costas. We're coming up to 4 minutes. 4 minutes now. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Oh, Plymouth on the attack. Ball played into the Liverpool penalty area. Kelleher comes flying out on the ground and claims it. Looking like the purple one from the Quality Street. And that's the best one from the Quality Street. Green Triangle gets a shout out as well, but Kelleher looking like the purple one. In Norway, it's Mother's Day. There you go, Marcus. Yes, happy birthday to all. Happy birthday. I don't know why I'm saying happy birthday to people on Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day is what I should be saying, Marcus. Gomez to Kwanzaa. McConnell's dipped into the central of midfield here. Centre of midfield, and Elliott's dropped back in. This is... It's like we've just abandoned the right back position here. And McConnell just doesn't look comfortable where he is there. There's a lot of movement from McConnell, but there's also a lot of looking around him. He just doesn't seem comfortable dropping into that role from right back. I mean, interested to know what everybody else's thoughts on it, but so far he just doesn't look too comfortable with that role. What do I do if I'm not in the right time? If you're behind me, just pause your TV or pause my stream until it catches up. Ball through. It's cleared by Liverpool eventually. Kwanzaa has it now. Plays it out off the Plymouth Argyle player. Liverpool throw in near side. Do. Right, 6.5 minutes in. Not really much action to speak of so far. And to everyone joining us, welcome in. Lovely to have you with us. Gomez. To Costas. Again, look, McConnell's gone advanced there, and we're playing basically with a back three here. As you can see there, McConnell, he just looks so hesitant is probably the word I'd look for in that position. And Liverpool players aren't even utilising him either when he does take up space between the lines. Ooh, sore one there for Kwanzaa. Studs right to the top of the foot. Ouch. Kwanzaa plays a raking ball out left-hand side. Oh, God. And again, heavy touches are leading to little bobbles away from Liverpool players. And at this stage, we give away a free kick. And the only adjudged to have fouled the Plymouth player. Oh, Gomez going off. Joe Gomez injured. He's going off. Right, we're going to have to make a change straight away. Gomez is already down. Arne's made the signal. We're going to have a change here. So unfortunate. So unfortunate for Joe. You know, he hasn't had much minutes this season and chance to come on today. And unfortunately, he's going to be going off early doors. Got a feel for him. White Hammer. Said Gomez will be coming off, looks injured. Yep, he is. He's sitting down now. And Arne had a call to his bench, made the substitution signal. I think, is he going to drop Endo back into centre back here, or? I mean, the referee rightly saying to Gomez now, we have to leave the pitch, but you can see the disappointment all over Joe Gomez's face. Right. Here we go. About to make the change. Diogo Jota gets the armband off Joe Gomez. Lucky Joe. So, Mabaya comes on to replace Joe Gomez. He's been unlucky, Craig, with a lot of injuries. Yeah, he's been unlucky, my man. Thank you for your super chat, Craig Peter. But yeah, I got a feel for Joe today. Right, Plymouth corner now. Costas tracks back, puts it out. Corner Plymouth. So Mabaya on to replace Joe Gomez. And right, Plymouth corner. Far side. It's going to be an in-swinger with the left foot. Jota is captain now, for those asking. Jota took the armband. Right, corner Plymouth. In-swinger. Kelleher punches it out. Second ball blocked. Now Liverpool have a chance to counter. Elliott forgot to track back for the ball though. And it goes out. It'll be a Liverpool throw-in on the near side. Game hasn't really settled in yet. Right, so Mabaya to take the throw in. So it looks like he's come on at right back. Yeah, so Endo's gone into centre back. McConnell's gone into midfield. And Mabaya's gone into right back. So that's the formation now. Costas left back. Endo and Kwanzaa centre backs. Mabaya right back. And then McConnell into midfield. Diaz. Again, not much on from. So he goes back to Waturo. And again, happy birthday, Waturo Endo. 32 years of age today. Happy birthday. Costas. Ball to McConnell. Look at that. He looks so much more comfortable in this position now that he's back into midfield, McConnell. Straight away, he's going on one of those weaving, determined runs of his. Liverpool then pick up a free kick. Trey Neone fouled. Kwanzaa now. To McConnell. Back to Waturo Endo. Out left side to Costas. Diaz. Costas goes on the overlap. He gets it. Cross in. Over hit. Goes all the way through. And out on the far side for a Plymouth goal kick. Not really a great cross there from Costas. I'm much happier, by the way, seeing McConnell go into midfield there. He immediately looks more comfortable. I'd mentioned it quite a bit over the opening few minutes that he just didn't look like he was fully aware of what he was meant to be doing in that hybrid right back central midfield role. He looks so much more comfortable now that Mabaya's come on as a natural right back and he's dropped into midfield. Could I run us to the bench? Yeah, no problem. So it's Yaros, Nunes, Jones, Cone Doherty, Mabaya, who's already on, Nalo, Rio, Norris and Young. So once again, the remaining subs, Yaros, Nunes, Jones, Cone Doherty, Nalo, Rio, Norris and Young. Luis Diaz now, wide left. Back into Neone. Elliott. Again, just not on the same wavelength, and that ball trickles out on the far side. Liverpool just really struggling to get going here, as you would expect with so many changes. And now we've got a Plymouth player down. I believe he took a bang to the face. So people asking where the game is on. In the UK, it's on ITV. Here in Ireland, it's on Premier Sport. I'm not sure in other parts of the world where it's being shown, but for me here in Ireland, it's on ITV and Premier Sport. Are you not surprised we didn't sub on Nalo? A little bit, yeah, a little bit. But, you know, it is what it is. We get to have a look at Mabaya now instead. Right, ladies and gentlemen, if you can do me a little favour, we're only 225 subscribers away. While we have a bit of a break in play here for the Plymouth player getting some treatment, if you can hit that subscribe button for us, it would make a world of difference as we look to push towards 300,000. ESPN Plus in the USA, it's on TSN, Turner Sports Network in Canada. Thank you very much. What happened with Gomez? I believe it was a hamstring, but don't quote me on that one just yet. TV2 in Norway. Appreciate you on that one. On Viaplay in the Netherlands. Thank you. Right, anyway, we're about to get back on the way in a second with a Plymouth throw-in on the far side of the pitch. What was your tactic for uneven pitches when you played? Well, I was a goalkeeper, so just hope that we don't see a bobble. You know, do you know what? There was one game we played in torrential rain, and we were playing Lord Celtic, and there was a shot that beat me, but it stopped in a puddle before it went into the goal, and I just walked over and picked it up. But I'll always remember that one. Shot beat me low into the corner, but it was stopped by a puddle, and it didn't go over the line. Right, Endo to Kwanzaa. Mabaya was pocket picked in midfield there as Plymouth looked to play it into our right channel, but they've overhit it and it goes out for a goal kick. Optus Sport in Australia, said Callum. Thank you, Callum. Just looking at that bench again. Jones and Nunes there if we need a bit of firepower anyway. Young Rio as well will be an exciting one to see get a few minutes. Ooh, unlucky. Ball over the top, looking for a run from Chiesa, who'd come from outside to in, just a little bit over hit. Elliott. McConnell. Again, heavy touch from the Oni, and now he's gone in the book for a yellow. He's had a couple of heavy touches, Trainee Oni, at the start of this game, and there he let it get away from him. Ends up coming in late. Can't really complain about that yellow card. He's now on a tightrope. Right, Plymouth go direct with the free kick towards the far post, where eventually Liverpool clear it. Plymouth again, another ball in over the top. Kwanzaa does well to head it away. Here we go, a little bit of head tennis in midfield now. Elliott works into the left channel for Diaz. De Costas brings it under control, goes back to Arturo Endo. McConnell. That yellow card now worries me for Neoni. Such a young player like that, picking up an early yellow. It's going to be interesting to see how he manages it. Mabaya now back to Kwanzaa. Press comes on from Plymouth. It's with Kelleher. He takes no chances there. Quivin goes long left. But it goes straight out of play. We just have not been able to get going at all. It's not been a very high quality game of football. I'm alright, thank you, Jake, man. I'm alright. Right, Plymouth back to the keeper. Chiesa gives chase. Keeper clears it long. Just about to hit the 20-minute mark. Still Plymouth 0, Liverpool 0. Reminder, in case you weren't with us at the start of it, Joe Gomez has already had to go off, unfortunately, with an injury, and he was replaced by young Mabaya. He was coming at right back. Costas. Waturuendo. Kwanzaa. McConnell. Mabaya again. Press from Plymouth forces Liverpool back. Kwanzaa carries it across the back line. Eventually finds its way. It's like the players don't trust that pitch. And I mean both sets of players. Because the ball is bobbling around everywhere. It's a very difficult one for the lads to bring under control. Everybody looks like there's a bit of self-doubt and they're taking an extra touch, if you get where I'm coming from. Stuff that would normally be like one-touch movement from us. Players slowing down a little bit, taking that extra touch, trying to kind of get used to and judge this pitch. Again, ball into the left channel looking for Luis Diaz. And it goes for a goal kick. Plymouth players giving it to Michael Van Gerwen's there just because he defended the ball. Jota, he's crowded out in midfield. Chiesa then presses. Plymouth moving across the back line from right to left. Again, they go long, straight into the waiting arms of Caoimhín Kelleher. 22 minutes on the clock. Still Plymouth 0, Liverpool 0. And not much goalmouth action to speak of. There is no replay, by the way, Orange Squash. So this gets settled today one way or the other. Whether it's 90, 120, penalties, it gets settled today. Kelleher, Plymouth player closes them down, but Caoimhín Kelleher goes long. Again, Liverpool lose out in that first battle. Second ball breaks, Plymouth there first again. Lots of endeavour so far from Chiesa, but not many touches. Jota now. Good bit of close control by him, but eventually a challenge comes in and Plymouth clear it. Now it's Mabaya. He's under a bit of pressure, so he goes back to Kwanzaa. And again, it's back with Caoimhín Kelleher. Not much to get excited about so far. Do I think Liverpool will win today? I hope so, man. But God, they're making it feels like it's gonna be one of these games with maybe just one or two goals in it, full stop. Or a mistake that maybe is a difference maker because it's not conducive. This pitch isn't conducive to fast flowing football. Nalo. As I mentioned, everybody looks like they're taking an extra touch because they don't trust the pitch or the bounce. Man on, Trey. Man on. McConnell. He goes back to Costas. Do I not feel a bit slow and unsettled? Yes, it is. It's the whole game is very stop-start and look, I expect it to be somewhat unsettled. When you make this many changes, you do expect Liverpool to take maybe a little while to figure things out, but chuck in the pitch and Liverpool players looking like they need an extra touch. They don't look as sharp as they usually would. But I guess you got to adapt and overcome, right? Again, some sloppy little touches there. Misplaced headers and passes, just not looking too lively yet. Costas plays the ball out off a Plymouth player for Liverpool throw-in. You've never heard the word conducive? Come on, Arne. You're studying English at uni as well. Come on, bro. I've another word for you as well. Diphthong. There's another word for you, man. Have a look at that one. Diphthong. And I didn't make it up. It is a real word. Craig, what do you think of no FA Cup replay? I'm all for it. I'm all for it. There's too many games in the calendar as it is, so no replays for me is a good thing. And also, it gives you more chances of shocks in the tournament, which, let's be honest, is fun when it's not our team, of course. Mabaya, and thank you for the super chat, man. Appreciate you. Endo. I'll give you one more stupid, crazy word, right? Anti-disestablishmentarianism. There you go. There's my word of the day for you. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. It's the longest word I know. I believe it means something like going against being against something. So going against being against something, I think. It means something like that, I think. Again, it's all just so one-paced and slow at the minute. Right. Kwanzaa on the run. Tries to play a 1-2 with Diogo Jota. You're going to have to go back into our half now, Jarrell. You got to spell it out. So it's anti, disestablished, DIS. I think there's just one S. So it's a DIS, AST, AB, LISH, MENTA, or IAN, ISM, I think. Something along those lines. Or it might be disestablishment, so it might be EST. Actually, that might make more sense. Right, Kwanzaa again to Mabaya. Heading for 29 minutes. You wonder, is this going to be one of those games where you hope Premier League fitness kicks in and maybe Plymouth tire at the end, make a couple of mistakes and Liverpool grab a win. Ball into the right channel now to Chiesa. Tries to bring it under control, but the Plymouth player steps in and puts it out for a throw-in, which we take quickly. McConnell. Mabaya. Chiesa. Again, looking for Mabaya, but heavy touch goes behind, goal kick. Craig won Mastermind once. Nah, man, I just Here we go. There's the spelling of it. So, anti-disestablishmentarianism, opposition to the disestablishment of the Church of England. Never realised that you leaned towards anti-disestablishmentarianism. There you go. See, we've boxed it off there together. Right, Plymouth now. Ball out of the box. Strike. It's blocked by Mabaya. Well done, young man. Chiesa now looks to bring it out, but he's no support, so he goes back to Mabaya. Endo. To Kwanzaa. Elliott, again, ball nipped in and won. Takes it away from the feet of Harvey Elliott. Plymouth back in possession. They go back to the keeper. Right, Plymouth, left side. Well done, Chiesa. Well done. Good tracking back by Federico, and wins the throw in as well. Elk said, I love Chiesa's hustle. Dude's running everywhere. Yep, he's putting a shift in. Absolutely. Just if we can add a bit more quality in the final third, on top of, as you said, the hustle and work rate, should do all right. Definitely feels like we're hoping for a second half tiring here from Plymouth. Right, they're on the attack again. Ball in. Good defending by Wataru Endo to head it away. Now it's with Chiesa right side. He's blocked by a Plymouth player and then runs into a couple of them and gives it away. Endo again. Last ditch header. Costas clears it. Diaz now turns one way then the other and then plays the ball to Jota, who tries a flick that doesn't come off. Ay, ay, ay. Timothy said, is this artificial turf? I thought that was only a USA thing. Also, imagine Arteta having to play here. I think it's a hybrid pitch. That's a mixture of synthetic and regular. Oh, mistake at the back here. Kwanzaa, and Elliott comes out and claims it. Making hard work of this. Now Liverpool look to counter-attack. Ball out to Diaz. Wide left. Diaz now. Cuts inside. No support there from, so still Diaz. Goes back to Nioni. Elliott. He tries to strike. It's blocked. McConnell has it though. And thank you, by the way, Timothy, for the super chat, man. Appreciate you. Elliott. Just nobody there really to give him an option. Ball out left side to Costas. It's all so slow. Diaz back inside to Kwanzaa. Fires one out to Chiesa. Elliott goes and gives him an option. The overlap. He uses him. It's back with Mabaya. He floats in across. Flicked on by the Plymouth defender. And Plymouth will clear it right hand side. Liverpool throw in near the halfway line on the far side. Just difficult watch, lads, this so far. We should be playing Endo at the back. He is at the back. He's centre back. He wasn't initially. He was in midfield. But when Joe Gomez went off, Athi, he was swapped back around. Or sorry, it wasn't Athi. It was Akenma. Yeah, he was changed around. So Wataru is back in there as the centre back, mate. Mabai is at right back. Kwanzaa's alongside him at centre back. And then Costa's at left back. Endo out to Mabaya. Defo has the feeling that he's going to have to turn to the bench to try and win this one, doesn't it? Hopeful that Jones or Darwin or somebody can step up and have a moment of magic, because At the minute, it just feels like we're almost just going through the motions in a training game or something. Diaz again. Little 1-2 that doesn't come off. We have a back though. But eventually give it away again. Only to win it back again. McConnell. Elliott. Diaz. Again, another overhit pass. McConnell now. Strike. Deflection. Ooh! Keeper's forced into a save. And then Plymouth clear the lines. So we had a strike from distance from James McConnell. Took a deflection. Keeper palms it away. And then eventually Plymouth clear it. But at least we've done something. At least we have a strike on target. Yeah. Came off the inside of number 18's legs as well. Which probably brought it closer to the keeper. Diaz. De Costas. Cross in. Ooh, headed away. Unlucky. Good ball that from Costas. Right, Diaz has the second ball though. Endo. I seen a comment there that said we should bring on Rio. I'd say we might see him in the second half. Oh, that was just another stupidly overhit ball. Kwanzaa, I think he was looking for Chiesa, but he overhits it by about 10 or 15 yards and it goes straight through to the Plymouth keeper. Chiesa. De Costas. Jota. Again, heavy touches. Allowed Plymouth to win it back. Kwanzaa nearly caught in possession. Wakey, wakey. Diaz now. Wide left. Inside to Jota. Oh, Jota bursts into the penalty area. Tries to pull it back to Diaz. Eventually Plymouth players get around and put it behind for Liverpool corner. Maybe something from a set piece. Maybe Jarell Kwanzaa can get on the end of this one. Little 1-2 there from Jota and the Plymouth defender's face. And eventually he's crowded out. And the ball goes out off a Plymouth player for a corner. Why did we go short with the corner, lads? Stop dicking about. So we got another corner out of it anyway, but I don't understand why we went short. Just put the cross in. It's one of the rare chances. It's gone short again. Fuck me. Elliott now, edge of the box. He tries to strike his block. Just put the ball in the fucking box. I know. It's just such a stupid decision. 2 short corners in a row when we have a very rare chance to put a ball into the box in the game, and we take 2 short corners in a row. First one doesn't work out, so what do? Go and do it all over again. Just silly. Oh, King Kennedy there in attendance watching the game. Diaz, he's fouled. Free kick Liverpool. Referee wants it 5 yards further back. Clock ticks close to 40 minutes. Again, another attack breaks down. It'll be interesting to see what, if anything, Arne does at half time. So, lads, there's some of these comments that are getting deleted that can we leave, like PG there said, Chiesa invisible. That comment shouldn't be removed. I don't understand why that gets removed. You can't just remove everything that we in any way don't like. Chiesa hasn't done much today, but nobody has. So, you know, people are going to say they're seeing a poor performance today. They are. You know, we got to allow them that honesty. It's not just people negging for the sake of it. It's been a very disjointed first half. So, you know, if people are unhappy with it, got to let them vent. I don't think they're just being negative on it. I think they're giving an honest opinion. Ireland are winning 10-0 in the rugby. Thank you, Carl. And somebody else put it in the chat a moment ago as well. Thank you for the updates. Right, we're at 42 minutes in the game so far. And let's just say I'm glad to have you guys here with me for it. Because I don't know if I'd be still awake if I was watching it without you guys. Kwanzaa. Oh, jeez. Again, Messi at the back and the ball goes out. And now he picks up a yellow card for kicking the ball away. This is just brilliant, lads. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Giving away silly little passes, then giving the ball away. Now kicking the ball away. And Mabaya gets a yellow card for that. So he comes on at right back and now he's on a yellow as well. Just not helping ourselves here. Throw in long, headed away, second ball back in. And eventually the flag goes up for offside. Liverpool free kick. So at what point do we think he looks at the old bench here to help us out? 199 subscribers to go, by the way. Thank you to everyone that's hitting the subscribe button. Appreciate you. 199 to go to get to 298k. So if you can help us out with it, please do. Right, Liverpool go long again. By the way, somebody made a comment earlier on, and I wanted to come back to it because I think they're spot on. Someone said we're very left-sided today in the way that we're setting up plays and attacks. Absolutely spot on. I haven't got the stats to hand, but certainly feels as if we're doing a lot of our attacking down that left-hand side, where Diaz is being doubled and trebled up on at times. Be interested to give Chiesa a few more options down the right. Sprina? Could you flick on the heating for me, please? Thank you. Endo. Out to the left channel. Costas. Here we go. Chiesa now. Look, there's not a player within 15 yards of him. Not a player within 15 yards of him. Need to get men up and support them. Can't just leave our wide players out there with nobody supporting them. Nobody tried to give him an option there, Chiesa. At least when Diaz gets the ball on the left, there's 2-3 players there with him trying to do something. Leone now, ball into Chiesa, and the pitch, it can't keep it in because of the shit pitch. And he even laughs. He's just laughing now. They're laughing at the state of the pitch, but Leone tried to play a ball from left to right, and it wasn't even hit that hard, but it just kept picking up pace and bobble in case he couldn't keep it in. Slot has to address this unbalanced attacking style and actually get people up there supporting Chiesa as well. Elliott now. Chiesa, McConnell, Mabaya, Wataru Endo. 3 minutes was added on, by the way, at the end of the first half. 3 minutes. Please, God, don't put us through extra time of this. Elliott. Why didn't we just send the 23s down there? We pretty much have, to be fair. Like, that is a very inexperienced group. If you look at, if you remove a handful of players there, it's a pretty inexperienced group. Endo. Mabaya. Kwanzaa. Elliott. Back to Mabaya. I feel like Curtis Jones' legs in midfield could make a big difference here. Craig, correct me if I'm wrong, Diaz has made a forward pass. I can remember one he made that went straight out of play. But other than that, I can't think of many other ones. Endo. Costas. Back to Endo. Kwanzaa. Lovely ball between the lines to Elliott. Go on, Elliott. Again, he can't even run with the ball because it starts bobbling between his ankles as soon as he tries to move it. Diaz now. Cuts back inside, slows it down. McConnell. There's no urgency here, none. And the ref blows up for half-time. And at half-time, it's Plymouth 0, Liverpool 0. Yep. That's the type of game it's been. So, half-time. In what has been, I think it's fair to say, the most boring game of the season so far, maybe, for us. Yeah. So look, normally I'm telling people, don't be negative, but it's hard to be upbeat about what we've seen in that first 45, albeit it can only get better, right? Connor said, imagine this was your first time watching a game of football. Yeah, it'd be a hard sell trying to convince somebody to fall in love with the sport if they were watching this, alright. But, yeah, look, fair play to Plymouth, by the way. Not trying to take anything away from Plymouth, getting stuck in and having a good go. Just, I think it's fair to say none of these players that have been given the opportunity so far are taking that chance. Nobody's really standing out whatsoever. Yes, the pitch plays a part in it, but, the pitch is an equaliser. Both teams have the same pitch to play on. We still need more intensity, more movement, and a bit more courage, I think. LFC Gamer and Vlog said, talking of words, Craig, one thing that bugs me is people can spell a 15-letter word no problem, but then use should have instead of should have. the one that gets me all the time is you're being used wrong, and not the you are one. The Y-O-U-R being used instead of Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. That one winds me up a little bit, mate, if I'm being honest. G2 said we need Curtis and Darwin on. Jota to midfield. What? Jota to midfield. I think I can kind of understand where you're going from. You're going to link up play with him in behind Diogo, or excuse me, Darwin. Look, I wouldn't be against them two lads coming on, but most importantly, we just need to get the energy levels up. We just look very meh in there. It's, you know, it's just the game's passed us by a little bit. There's zero intensity. I do get the feeling maybe those Plymouth legs tire a little bit as the game goes on, and hopefully that what you would hope would be superior Premier League fitness comes into play. But yeah, it's a difficult one. Let's have a look at the first half. So possession, Liverpool with 79% of the ball to 21% of Plymouth. Total shots, 3 for Liverpool, 1 on target, 4 for Plymouth, none on target. Dangerous attacks, 20 to us, 18 to Plymouth. Corners, 2 for the Reds, 1 for Plymouth. Total passes, 357 for Liverpool, 92 for Plymouth. Pass and accuracy, Plymouth at a very, 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 very low 54% accuracy to Liverpool's 87. I would gauge that that's probably because Plymouth have gone long quite a few times when they're looking to play out, try and win them second balls. That's what I'm guessing has got their pass and accuracy low. Arthur Smith said Rio and Nunes to come on and break it open. Yeah, well, let's have a look again at that Liverpool bench in case people haven't seen it. Now, Mbaya's already come on, but the other options left are Yaros, Nunes, Jones, Cone Doherty, Nalo, Nyamoha, or excuse me, Ingmoha. Nyamoha? I can't pronounce that young man's second name. Apologies. So Rio, Norris and Young. So, yeah, Rio be a good option. Jones be a good option. Darwin would be a good option. I certainly feel like Jones' legs in midfield there could be a big help. One thing I don't want to give away too much of my video tonight, but considering we haven't got too much to talk about at half time, I'm going to read you out one part of what's going to make up tonight's video, and I want you to get your thoughts on it. So, it's Arne Slot has become frustrated with Luis Diaz as the season has progressed. That's from Sam Maguire, who reckons Diaz will be sold in the summer. So, a bit of a talking point there for half time, and it will be part of the video we make up for you guys later on. I say make up, that sounds a bit like I meant make up sounds a little bit more like I'm just pulling stuff out my backside. But yeah, Luis Diaz apparently is going to be sold in the summer, and according to Sam Maguire, that the manager's become frustrated with him as the season's gone on. Yorkshire T said, love you, big guy. Well, thank you, bro. Much love right back to you. I hope you don't get to call me big guy for too much longer, as I am hoping to trim down a bit more. I've already lost 2 stone, but I've plenty more to go. But I appreciate you and your support. Thank you, Yorkshire T. And look, I will admit it, outside of Irish tea, it probably is the best tea. Stargirl said the midfield looks lost. The ball is not getting to the forward. Something needs to change there. Again, very astute observations. I do agree with you. And I think as somebody else pointed out as well, not enough action down our right-hand side for us. A lot of our attacks have been coming down the left. We're poor right now. Thank you, Maddox. Appreciate your super chat. We're poor right now. I'd have more confidence if we had strength on the bench, but it's almost all youngsters. Yeah, look, it's a gamble. There's no denying it, mate. You come into these type of games, you've got a big game coming up on Wednesday, and then we have another midweek game as well next week. So the games are coming thick and fast. And I guess the manager just has to try and put a squad together that he thinks can get the job done, and then, you know, hope that we do. We do have options on the bench, but as you've correctly pointed out, Maddox, a lot of inexperience there as well. But you would hope that maybe, as somebody pointed out earlier, a spark from young Rio or a moment from Darwin or something can change it. I think Jones' legs in midfield will be a huge help for us as well, though. So yes, that video, 8 o'clock tonight, is going to come out. We're going to be talking lots of summer transfer stories, so don't miss it. Right, ladies and gentlemen. Again, we are being brought to you today with thanks to our incredible sponsors, Manscaped. A quick reminder that you can get yourself 20% off and free shipping. That's 20% off and free shipping store-wide at manscaped.com with our code Anfield20. Or you can scan the QR code in the bottom right corner. Nick, how are you, sir? Nick said, looks like some of the senior boys can't be bothered to play against the championship side. Harvey needs to take over if he wants to start more often. So I do agree that certainly nobody out there is going to be playing themselves into the manager's thoughts, are they, after that 45? You know, if you're a player who is on the fringes or looking to convince the manager to give you more chances, this performance ain't going to cut it, Nick, is it? So, yeah, I get where you're coming from, man. I do. But look, I also got to be really honest, like I was at the start, and say, whatever happens, happens. Like, I'm not going to cry if we don't beat Plymouth, if we got knocked out, or, you know, it's the least important for me of the competitions that are still open to us, which is all of them. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm more concerned about that Gomez injury, to be honest. You know, he's only just back in, and unfortunately Joe's now picked up another one, which could rule him out for a little bit. That right back's our biggest weak point, said Sean. We need to bring on Jones for Neone, Darwin for Chiesa, and swap Diaz to the right wing. Honestly, I'd rather bring on young Rio, give him a run from the left and get rid of Diaz. I think Diaz has been awful in this game. Every time he gets the ball, he stands there, does a couple of step overs, goes one way then the other, then cuts back and plays a backward pass and goes again. Yeah, so I wouldn't mind Diaz going off either, to be honest with you. Why isn't Bradley playing? Again, you can only imagine that Arne's thinking, don't want to have another injury at right back. Uncertainty around when Trent will actually be available to play again. We think it won't be too long, but if Bradley came in today, got injured, and Trent was still out on Wednesday, that's a far bigger game. So everyone has been awful, Craig. Relaxed. Do I not look relaxed? I mean, I think this is probably the most relaxed you're ever going to see me on a match day, mate. And yes, everybody is awful, but you know, we are talking about substitutions here, so that's why I'm trying to give solutions. What's this one? Right, so Ian Doyle said Nunes and Jones not amongst the subs warming up at half time on the pitch. So Nunes and Jones not amongst the subs warming up at half time on the pitch, according to Ian Doyle of the Echo. Who would I take off and bring on? I take off Neone and I bring on Jones. I take off Diaz, put Jota to the right, Darwin to the centre, move Chiesa across to the left, and then I maybe bring on Rio with 20 to go to give him a chance. But for me, those would be the two changes I'd be looking to do. Who's winning the rugby? I believe it's 17-5 to Ireland, although it could be 17-7 in a moment, but that was a score I seen flash up in the chat a minute ago, so I'm going to say it's 17-5 or 17-7. So, look, I can understand the pitch, I can understand a few things, but what I think most of us are frustrated by and what we can't understand is a lack of intensity. Chiesa has run his backside off all over the place, trying to make stuff happen, back defending, getting forward. But the rest, there's a lack of intensity there for me. And I'd like to see that upped in the second half. Is Joe okay? Don't know. Haven't got any updates yet. You know, really unlucky for Joe to have to go off like that. But yeah. So it is 17-5 now. Sorry, that is the score. It's 17-5. It wasn't 7. Sorry. They must have missed the conversion. So 17-5 is the halftime score. Disney fan, how are you, mate? Welcome in. I promise you this is water, by the way, in the bottle. I wish it was coffee, but it's water. Actually, speaking of coffee, bear with me. Thank you. Here's a cup. Sorry, I was just shouting out, could I have a coffee? It's just trying to help stay awake, you know? Say again? It's been tough, Sabrina. It's been... some pre-workout. That'll keep you going. The lads could do with a bit of pre-workout. Okay. It's not me, yeah. The lads on the pitch could probably do with a bit of pre-workout. Just not, you know, keep it to my fitness and food regime. So just make the coffee. I'm getting you ready for the fire brigade.
No man's coffee in there. They can make their fucking own.
LLJ, thank you, bro, for the super chat. So we need Darwin and Jones on. And Costas had a very poor half up the Reds. Stargirl said, did you notice Elliot and Chiesa having a row? No, I didn't actually. No, I didn't. To go back to that LLJ comment, yeah, Costas just looks unconfident in the pitch. It's one touch too many. The corners wound me up something fierce, LLJ. Them 2 short corners. The first one didn't work and we made a mess of it. So what do? Go and repeat it and do another short corner when there's a great chance to get a ball into the box. Thoughts on Conor McGregor? I don't really have any, to be fair. You know, certainly not any I want to share on a stream here, but you know, it is what it is. It's a shame the way the tail end of his career went. Am I angry at the performance? I wouldn't say angry at him. Certainly feel we haven't made a good fist of it so far, but I wouldn't say I'm angry at it. Just it's just been a tough watch, hasn't it? Yorkshire T said, big in personality, not size. Oh, sorry. I was trying to figure out what that was about, and then I went back to your previous comment, mate. Thank you. I'll take that. I'll defo take that. And thank you. Curtis said, morning from New Zealand, Craig, mate. Hard to watch so far. Young guys have been woeful. Certainly not senior players have been woeful. Certainly not helping the youngsters. P.S. Congrats on the weight loss. Thank you, man. But look, it should never have happened. You know, quick history for you. I used to be 21 stone. Then I went down to 12 stone 3. Then during COVID, that piled back on. And of course, the whole horrible vicious circle starts then. You put the weight on, you lose confidence, you don't want to go outside, you don't want to see anyone, weight stays on. So yeah, I'm trying my best, man, because it shouldn't have happened again, but that whole COVID lockdown screwed me up. Right, we're underway, second half. Appreciate you though, thank you. And much love to you in New Zealand. Corbin said, hi Craig, this has been the best spectacle. I think you've been very diplomatic with that one, mate. Right, anyway, no changes at half-time from Arne. I am so excited, by the way, about our end-of-season show in Liverpool. I can't wait to meet up with all the guys again. All 5 of us on stage at once, going to be fun as well. So make sure you do keep an eye out for those tickets if you want to join us for our end-of-season party in Liverpool. May 28th, Hot Water Comedy Club. The Anfield Agenda reunion. Right. Second ball's breaking. Chiesa into Elliott. McConnell tries to barge his way through midfield. Eventually it breaks to Elliott, who plays the ball infield. That's nowhere near a Liverpool player. Plymouth now hook it over their shoulder into the left channel. Mbaya out there with young Wright. Stand with him, lads. Stand with him. Cross in. Over hit. And it'll go behind for Liverpool goal kick. Aziz Beck, excuse me. We're gonna cover all the transfer news and stuff, mate, in a video that'll be coming out later on this evening. So don't worry, I've seen it all and I've got you covered, man. A video will be coming out later on. Right, I'm gonna sync up now 47. So we're coming up now to 47 minutes and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This has been a bit of an underwhelming performance, but I still believe we'll pull this one through, said Jacko. Yeah, I believe we'll pull it out of the bag as well, mate. We're not doing it the pretty way at the minute, but you're right. I think we pull it out. That's what she said. On a WL journey, on a weight loss journey myself, how would you fix Spurs? How would I fix them? Oh, God. I don't know. I think they're cursed. You got to look at why they're picking up so many injuries for a start. And obviously, defensively, they need to show themselves up a bit. But I think Spurs and United are just cursed for the last few years. And long may it continue. Our team playing as if they... What's this? As if they walked from Liverpool to Plymouth, said MP. Right, second ball breaks to Chiesa. And again, heavy touch. Sees that one go through to the Plymouth keeper. Curtis said... Feel your pain, mate. I'm originally from Derry. Put on about 3 stone since I came here. Steak and cheese pies aren't good for the old physique. Yeah, but they're good for everything else, aren't they? Delicious.
What aren't good for the old physique?
Steak pies.
Pies in general, I would say.
Plymouth on the attack. Ooh. Pies in general, what?
Aren't good for the poison.
Well, obviously. Why are you a chubby chaser? I just got a super chat saying, why is your wife a chubby chaser?
No, you didn't. That's a lie. I can tell. I can tell by your eyes if you're lying.
I love you.
Yeah, see, there's another lie.
Plymouth corner, anyway. Sabrina, who's the most famous Plymouth fan you know?
I don't even know anybody.
Pie face is the answer you're looking for.
Pie face, of course. Yeah, Plymouth fan. Oh, pie face. I know who pie face is, but didn't know he's a Plymouth fan.
No, he is. Where is Derry at? It's in Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland.
Yeah.
I've never been to Derry, actually.
Okay. You just don't. Yeah. There's nice.
Oh, there's a very quick answer I'd love to make there, but I get in trouble with my own audience if I say it, so.
Oh, okay. Don't say it. Don't.
I'm not going to say it.
Stop.
Someone said, what a silly super chat. They didn't really send that super chat, mate. I was just winding my wife up.
No.
Oh, Josh Widdicombe's a Plymouth fan as well, Sprina.
Josh.
Comedian. Blondie hair comedian.
Oh, no, the weird voice.
Yes. The one that does the last leg with Adam Thingy and the other fella.
Yes. And didn't he have one of them 48 hours week as well?
Don't know.
I'm sure he took over from. What's his face? Goodbye. A little under the foot, goodbye.
Love you.
Table foot, goodbye. Goodbye.
Londonderry, Craig, there, I said it. Yeah, it's not Londonderry, man. It's Derry. You can say it all you want, but it's Derry, and don't even get me started in that conversation. We don't want to be falling out now. Have I missed any subs at half time? No, you have not. 51 minutes nearly on the clock, and we still await the opening goal in this one. Oh, Plymouth now in the Liverpool penalty area. Ball pulled back to the edge of the box. They tried to work it into the right channel, but bobbles out far wide right. Again, good block by Diaz. Throw in. What's wrong with the Northerners? I don't think anybody said there was anything wrong with the Northerners, Gareth. I certainly know I didn't. Oh, fuck. Penalty Plymouth. Penalty Plymouth. Handball Harvey Elliott. Puts his hands up like that and the ball gets played off them and it's a Plymouth penalty. His hand's up above his head. The Plymouth player tries to flick it back over his shoulder. And Elliott's hand's there to block it and it's a penalty. Can't have no complaints about the penalty. It is a penalty. There's no complaints about it. It's a penalty and now it's Kelleher. Penalty. 1-0 Plymouth. 1-0 Plymouth from the penalty spot. Kelleher goes the wrong way. And it's Plymouth 1, Liverpool 0. Fair play. It's no less than Plymouth probably deserve from their efforts. No complaints from me about the penalty other than it being a stupid thing for Elliott to do. But no complaints about the awarding of it. And he strikes the penalty very well. Kelleher goes to his left. Ball goes to Kelleher's right. And it's 1-0 Plymouth. Hopefully now this is going to at least put a rocket up the lad's arse and put us into action because, God almighty, we've been so poor. Right, we're back underway. So again, confirmation, Plymouth 1, Liverpool 0. From the penalty spot, Harvey Elliott correctly judged to have handled the ball. And it's 1-0 Plymouth. 35 still to go. Right, let's see if this makes Arne go to the bench or not. Do you think it's gone wrong tactically? Or, look, it's been wrong in a lot of ways, to be fair, Corbin. You know, we haven't matched the work rate and fight of Plymouth. That's number one. We haven't shown the difference in quality out there on the pitch. I guess that's number two. And we've created absolutely nothing. So, you know, whatever the reasons are, we're in the position we are where we are, and we've got to find a way to get back into the game or we're going out of the cup. Salah's not even on the bench, mate. So again, just to go through the bench for people who may not have seen it, the Liverpool bench is as follows. Nunes, Jones, Cone Doherty, Nallo, Rio, Norris and Young. They're the options from Arne from the bench, as we've already brought on Mabaya. Diaz now, going on a gallop down the left-hand side. Checks back in again. Out to Elliott. Kwanzaa again. Chiesa now. Strike. Drags it wide. Chiesa tries to strike from distance. Drags it wide. And goal kick Plymouth. I don't know what's going on here with my skybox. Oh, yes, it's definitely been shy for those asking, yes. But look, it's our fault. Plymouth done their job. It's on us to figure this out now. Hopefully Arne looks to the bench soon, because we need to. My skybox yet again taking its time. Plymouth player down, getting treatment. There's 34 minutes to figure this out. All the players are over now with the gaffer as Darwin's getting warmed up. He's getting his instructions to come on. All the players are over getting some tactical notes from Arne Slot on the side of the pitch. Darwin getting stripped off and ready to come on. So what are we thinking? We going to pull this one out of the bag, or are we going out with the cup, folks? What are we saying? Orbamba said, why do I feel like Slot is a little bit mental by not bringing Soboslai, Mackett and Bradley? They should play from the bench. Again, I don't know the answers. All I can say is we have the squad we have available to us, and now it's up to the lads to figure it out. A good game to put my son to sleep, said Major Zero. Look. Oh, here we go now. Is Mbaya coming off already? Yep, Isaac Mabaya is getting substituted here already. So the substitute's been substituted for Darwin Núñez. So young Isaac Mabaya off, Darwin Núñez on. Plymouth are Championship, Anita, but they kind of yo-yo up between Championship and League One. So the lower Championship, upper League One level, but they're currently in the Championship. And they're also currently leading Liverpool by a goal to nil. Kwanzaa heads it away, but drops straight to a Plymouth player. Fuck's sake, boys, wake up. McConnell's clattered into. That'll be a free. Surely he's got to look to Jones, because we need something in midfield. It's alright bringing Darwin on, but if he doesn't have the balls played into him, or he doesn't have the supply chain, he's not going to do much, is he? So we need Darwin to get the ammunition to do something here. So I'd like to see Jones on in place of Neone. And yeah, Endo is at centre back for those asking. So the back four at the minute is a back three pretty much. Yeah, we're going to a back three. So it's Costas left side of a back three with Toro Endo and Jarell Kwanzaa. Neone's dropped back into the deeper lying midfield position. And then you've got McConnell and Elliott slightly ahead. Costas. Back to Endo. Neone, Kwanzaa. 30 minutes left to go. So we don't even look likely to make that happen. And now we've given away another silly free kick. A lot of concerned looking faces there in the travelling cup. But look, there's half an hour to go, so there's time. Here's a free kick to Plymouth. And Liverpool have gone extremely high with the defensive line. Oh, nearly 2-0. Kelleher makes a save with his foot. And again, it was awful defending. So the free kicks played in. Liverpool have 1, 2, 3 chances to get a block, and then we still allow the Plymouth player to get a strike away, and Kelleher's forced to save it with his left foot at his near post. And it'll be another Plymouth corner. And here comes that corner. Get Van Dijk on. Have a look at the bench and you'll realise that he isn't on the subs bench, mate. Nor is Salah, nor is any of the real first teamers. The only first teamer left on that bench is Jones at the minute. So there will be no VVD or any of them. The options that he has left on the bench right now are Yaros, Jones, Cone Doherty, Nallo, Rio, Norris and Young. They're the options left on the bench. Liverpool throw in, left side. Costas again trying to get on with it quickly. Another throw in. We've not created anything here, lads. Nothing. Kwanzaa to Neone. Through the lines looking for Costas, but again it's an overhit ball and Plymouth deal with it easily. Ball over the top for them with Toro Endo. Does well done Endo. Does well. Heads the ball back to Kelleher. Neone again. Kwanzaa. Endo. Diaz cuts inside. Again running from left to right. Spreads the ball out. Right side, but it goes over the head of Chiesa for a throw in. Diaz again now, left side. 4 players around him. Ball back inside to Neone. To Kwanzaa. He goes back now to Endo. Neone. McConnell. Again, just misplaced passes and easily cleared by Plymouth. It'll be Liverpool throwing on the far side. Our attackers are not clinical enough. You are talking out your arse. You don't have any clue what you're talking about. Some of the comments are embarrassing. It's got nothing to do with our attackers not being clinical enough. It's to do with them not getting any ball. It's nothing to do with being not clinical. They haven't had a fucking chance. There's no midfield. Nobody's feeding them in any service. So I don't get how you can say they're not clinical. They haven't had the ball. They've had no chances. We've had no midfield. There's been no creativity. That's where the problems lie. Not on the attackers not being prolific. There have been no chances for them to do anything. Jones needs to come on ASAP. No playmaker. 100% agree, my friend. 100% agree. I'm still looking at this replay of the penalty instance, and I do not for the life of me understand what the hell Elliott was doing. Substitution here for Plymouth. Pleguezello off. Paulson on. I think this is too much to rely on Jones. It's the only option we have, to be honest. You know, we can't just say Jones can't do it on his own, therefore not put him on. You've got to at least put him on and see what happens. Right, come on, boys. Elliott now. Back to Kwanzaa. Ball into Darwin. Tries to head it down to Jota, but ball breaks edge of the box. Now it's with McConnell. Costas. Fuck me. That was atrocious from Costas. Absolutely atrocious. Gets onto his left foot. Puts it half yard of him so he can whip it in, and then whips it straight over the crossbar and behind for a goal kick. That's just shocking again from Costas. Travelling cop, yeah. I mean, I can understand the expressions, you know. They've travelled all the way down and they're not getting anything from the lads on the pitch, really. Come on, boys. Something. Get a spark. Get it going. $22 to go. And as it stands, we're going out. And we're going out with a whimper if we're being honest about it. Right, ref's coming across now with a yellow card. Oh, Bundo just absolutely ran his studs down the foot of Neone, and he's going into the referee's book. Should we make a move for Van de Ven in the summer? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not because I don't think he's good enough, by the way. Mickey Van de Ven's a good player, but he's too injury prone. You know, how many injuries has he already had for Spurs? So, no, I like the guy as a player. I like him a lot, but God, no. $20 to go. Plymouth 1-0 up. And Liverpool not even looking likely at the minute. Endo. Again to Neone. Elliott. McConnell. Back to Elliott. Cross in. Headed away. Plymouth looking to play out now. Liverpool have won it back with Trey Neone. With Toro Endo now. Not really much on for him, so he's forced to go back to Neone again. Neone out left side to Costas. Oh, Jesus. Then the ball rolls under Chiesa's foot. Plymouth cross in, goes all the way across the Liverpool penalty area, and Costas retrieves the far side of the pitch. Neone. Jota. Diaz. Liverpool free kick. Diaz brought down. Double change coming up here from Plymouth. So Bundu, who was just booked, is coming off. He's one of the changes. Someone said, Craig, I can only hear you calling midfielders and defenders names. Yep, the forwards aren't getting much of the ball, man. To be honest with you, Diaz is dropping deeper and deeper to try and find a way in. Darwin has had not much action, a couple of crosses in to let him fight for, but other than that, not much. And Chiesa's been invisible. He's run around a lot, put in a load of effort, but, you know, so far it has been blunt is the word I'd use. Anyway, cross in. Oh, almost for Diaz. That's probably the closest we've come in this game. Ball played across the penalty area. Diaz gets in front of the defender, tries to side foot it, but it's blocked. That's the closest I think we've come. So Chiesa does well, plays a low cross in. It comes to Diaz, and it's a good challenge on him. Yeah, it's a good block on him from the couple of Plymouth players. Diaz thought he was going to get there and side foot it in, but good block, good defending from Plymouth. McConnell, Elliott, Endo. Feels like maybe we're upping the ante a little bit here now. Jota to Neoni. Liverpool have a substitute. Young Rio, I think, about to come on the far side if my eyesight is right. I think I see young Rio stripped off and ready to come on. Let's wish for 2 goals because I can't watch another 30 minutes of this, said Will. I don't blame you, Will, man. It's, yeah. Look, I'd rather get another 30 minutes of it than get knocked out, but I totally understand where you're coming from, Will. Chiesa now tries to bring it under control. It's nicked off his foot and played out. Throw in. Liverpool choose not to make the change just yet. McConnell. Corner to Liverpool. McConnell tries to drill it across the penalty area. Plymouth get a block in and put it behind for a corner. And do not go short with this one, lads. Oh, it's Trent Cone-Doherty, is it, Mark? I just seen somebody getting stripped off on the far side of the pitch. Wasn't able to see exactly who it was. Mark says Trent Cone-Doherty. Diaz to Elliott. I don't know what the fuck that was from Elliott. Elliott just like skies the ball into the air and just bounces around, and then eventually we give away a free kick. Sorry, it's Trent Cone-Doherty that's coming on. My apologies. I just seen somebody getting kitted out and I thought it was Rio. But it isn't. It's Trent Cone-Doherty. So Neoni coming off now to replace by Trent Cone-Doherty, who is a young winger. Came from the League of Ireland. Derry City, if my memory is correct, although somebody in the chat can correct me on that if I'm wrong. I think it was Derry City. Plymouth with a cross in, hooked away by McConnell. Jota, Diaz, Jota. Runners left and right, slips it in towards Darwin. Plymouth player gets there first and puts it behind. Liverpool throw in again, which we get on with quickly. Diaz, Chiesa. He's dispossessed and Plymouth clear the lines. Kwanzaa gets the ball, nobody within 15 yards of him, and he still runs it out of play. Nobody within 15 yards of Kwanzaa, he takes a heavy touch and runs the ball out of play. Brilliant. That's Sunday League level stuff, that is. That's absolutely shocking. Plymouth now work the ball out left side. Cross in. Takes a deflection and it'll be a Plymouth corner. "13 minutes to go. Plymouth 1-0 up and a corner on the far side." Cross in, headed away by Diogo Jota. Plymouth have the second ball now near the halfway line. They knock it forward again. Elliott into the channel looking for Diogo. He's challenged and it's a free kick to Liverpool, wide right position. Referee comes across with another yellow card. Chance here for Liverpool to get a decent cross. Yeah, chance for Liverpool to get a decent delivery and a cross in here now. From a wide position. No going short, boys. Put it into the box and give Kwanzaa and Darwin something to fight for. Right, 11 minutes and a bit plus stoppage time. Currently as it sits, Liverpool are going out of the cup and Plymouth are going through to the 5th round. Unless we find an equaliser. Right, Costas over the free kick. Do not overhit this. Do not overhit it. Come on, mate. Decent delivery. Ball's in. Straight into the keeper's hands. Sister Roz said we're losing this game because of the bench. Well, I would disagree. We may not be able to win it from the bench, but we're losing it because of the lack of effort and quality out there from the players on the pitch. To be honest, like, we haven't done anything. So yes, there hasn't been options off the bench, so I get where you're coming from, but the performance has been dire and nobody here has done themselves any favours for the rest of the campaign. Chiesa. Costas. Another shit cross in. That's easily cleared. So, 10 minutes to go. By the way, I'm not obviously calling out any of the comments in the chat who are calling out for being angry, because I get it. Of course, I understand your frustration in the chat. Even our backup team, you would expect a better performance from this. And that's what's been frustrating for me is we haven't even looked like it in patches that were showed up today, or it just looks like this is a competition they don't want to be in. And I'm sure that's not the case, but it's certainly coming across that way on the pitch. There is nothing out there to give you some confidence or hope. You're hoping for a moment of magic. Chiesa now. Again, even the simple things. Tries to slip it in down the line, but it's easily cleared. Come on, boys. Something here. Come on. Oh, it's a corner. Excuse me. Corner. Costas to take it. He goes short with it to Chiesa. Chiesa chips. It's a fucking short ball, lads. Even the crosses. There's just no... There's nothing on these crosses. Nothing. They're just hopeless, aimless chips in. That one was a decent ball. The second one, Kwanzaa gets his foot on the end of it but can't steer it goalwards. And it goes behind for a goal kick. The sun begins to set, and maybe Liverpool's FA Cup for the season's chances begin to set with the sun. Genuine question: Have we even forced a save from the keeper in the second half? Stats show we've had one shot on target the entire game, by the way. One. Endo heads it away. Jota finishes the clearance. And now it's all the way back through with Kelleher. Nick. Oh, Jota fires one across the penalty area, but there's no one there. Nick said, Craig, this team selection is too cavalier for me. Slot made a bad team choice today. Look, I mean, I get it. I'm not saying you're wrong, but if nothing else, he's going to learn something today. And he's going to learn that the fringe players just aren't very good at the moment. As harsh as that sounds, you put your young lads out on the pitch in games like this because I guess you think this is a Championship / League One side. If you're going to make it at Liverpool Football Club, these are the type of games that you should be able to go out and show why you're at Liverpool Football Club. And they haven't. So, yeah, I totally get the critiquing of the manager. No problem with that. But it's also not a great sign for those players hoping to break into the first team, is it? Because they've been dire today. Absolutely dire. McConnell, Darwin. Skies it. Goal kick. 5 minutes to go. Jota, again, a high bounce, stops him controlling it. Plymouth hook it forward. Endo goes back to Kelleher. Neil said, Slot doesn't treat so-called lesser teams seriously. Like, I'm struggling to comprehend that, by the way. In what way? Like, this is the one cup competition that, yes, we're about to maybe lose in, but we're in the final of the other one on top of the league. So who are these teams that we don't take seriously? Look, I get that people can have a pop at the manager about this team selection. I get that. But, you know, he is learning the English game still. And maybe he did underestimate Plymouth a bit. Or maybe he overthought it. Maybe he put too much faith in the younger players. I don't know the exact reason for this. But it is fair that we've seen a disjointed, uninspiring, blunt performance. And that isn't good enough for whatever reason. We acting like it's the only cup we could win. Look, people have right to be disappointed, mate, if you get knocked out of a cup. I get it. I'm not going to call anybody out for that today. I'm just trying to be as balanced as I can. I'm not happy about it either, you know. I'm not. Because it's been the most blunt display I've seen from us this season. Even allowing for all the changes, the intensity hasn't been there. Costas with another corner now. 3 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Corner in. Again, Plymouth deal with it easily enough. Chiesa has the second ball. Back to Elliott. Elliott pumps one in. Again headed away by Plymouth. Back with Chiesa. And somehow he manages to play that 20 yards backwards to Elliott. Darwin. Ball crossed into Colin Doherty. Hooked away again by Plymouth. Endo heads it back forward, but there's no Liverpool player within 10 yards of it. Oh, jeez, lads, come on. 2 minutes to go. Joe said, very poor performance from the players. Absolutely, mate. It is. I cannot disagree with you on that one, sir. Elliott. Kwanzaa. Con Doherty cuts inside. Tries a run. Then he tries to square the ball outside. It's cleared. Throw in Liverpool. 2 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Cross in doesn't even make it into the fucking 18-yard box. The cross in from Kwanzaa doesn't even make it into the 18-yard box. That's brilliant. Elliott tries a cross. Plymouth clear it. Drops to McConnell. Strike. He drags it wide. Goalkeeper and the centre back collided with each other. Ball drops on the edge of the box to McConnell. If he puts it on target, it's a goal. But he drags it wide. Chests it down. I don't know why he tries to put the laces through this. And he drags it wide. Jacko said the gap between the main 11 and the fringe players is just too big, but we spent next to nothing in the summer. A quality centre back and midfielder would have made a difference today. Iron sharpens iron. Look, I've been calling for signings for ages. I've been saying exactly that, Jacko, about the drop off. I've been told I'm a disgrace. I don't know what I'm talking about. Journalists have said we're the best team in the history of football. Our squad is so complete. How could anybody possibly come in and improve it? All the usual shit that I've been complaining about for years, mate. And this is why. For days like today. So don't tell any of us again that we can't improve on what we have, because we absolutely can. 9 minutes added on, by the way. 9 minutes. Finty Tin said worst performance so far. Pathetic. Toba didn't put in a comment, mate, but thank you. Appreciate you all. 9 minutes added on to find something here. And now it's offside given against Costas. So 8.5 minutes to go. So yes, journalists, you know, when you're all writing your match reports on this one, any chance that you could actually grow a pair and say, this is why Liverpool need reinforcements. This is why Liverpool need to bring in a squad that can not have a drop off when you make so many changes. But, you know, it is what it is. This is what happens when you don't spend in the market. And the players don't feel under pressure. We could have won a treble, but we has up to Plymouth. Well, we can still win a treble, to be fair, Toba, mate. We League Cup, FA, or League Cup, Premier League, Champions League. But look, what we've seen today is that the players that are coming through aren't there yet. The players that are on the fringes and don't play regularly haven't done anything to convince the manager that they're it. You know, I can only say that I told everyone this for fucking months and I keep getting talked about as being a negative human being or deluded. I present you Exhibit A. Ian said we underestimated Plymouth massively today. Oof, and they nearly got a second there. A diving header forced Kelleher into a save. Losing to Plymouth is sackable. No, it isn't. Don't be stupid. Endo pumps one in. And again, Plymouth players first there. Second of all, Jota. Oh! Jota forces a save from the keeper, and that's the closest we've come. Kind of volley, half volley strike from distance. That's, yeah. Saved well by the keeper, and it'll go for Liverpool corner. That's the closest we've come. 6 minutes of stoppage time to go. Cross in from Costas. Cleared again by Plymouth. Chiesa now. Shaping up like he wants to shoot, but then just falls over the ball. Good man. Diaz. Costas. Con Doherty. His shot's blocked. Again to Chiesa. Oh, fuck me. He dinks it in at knee height. Elliott over the top looking for Endo. Over hit, goal kick. We're putting crosses in at knee height now, lads. Knee height towards the back post. Brilliant. Brilliant. I'm looking forward to all the apologies I'm going to get, by the way, from everyone that told me all summer and all winter that I'm delusional and I'm too negative about the squad and all the other stuff. Well, this is what happens. So, let's be honest about this. We've deserved nothing today. You know, full credit to Plymouth. The penalty is what it is. It was a penalty, so I have no complaints about that. But we deserve this. We've done nothing today to deserve a result. So credit Plymouth, but you know we are rightly going to ask questions of our own boys. Not good enough. Keep doing what you're doing, Craig. Much love from Texas. Thank you, my friend. Much love right back to you as well. Chiesa. I don't even know what he was trying to do. He gets to the byline and then rolls a little daisy cutter. 4 minutes of stoppage time to go. Still Plymouth defending deeply and well, and Liverpool struggling to find a way through. Diaz now. He dinks one in towards the far post. Headed away by Plymouth towards Chiesa. Chiesa cuts in. His strike is blocked. Diving header again. Cleared by Plymouth. Liverpool throw in. Ian said, you're not delusional, mate. Always speak facts. Appreciate you, man. And look, I take no joy in these moments where the lack of squad depth is shown up and I get to say I told you so. I don't want to be saying I told you so, but this is what happens when you don't actually have a deep squad. Despite bodies doesn't mean they're good enough, by the way. I've been saying that for years. Just because we have enough players doesn't mean they're good enough. And there's another cross that's overhit and goes behind for a goal kick from Chiesa. 3 minutes stoppage time to go. Liverpool 2.5 minutes away from going out of the FA Cup. Deservedly going out of the FA Cup, I should say. No referees to blame. Nobody. We need to look at ourselves if we don't do this today, because we deserve to be knocked out playing like this. Do you know what the weird thing is, lads? We haven't even looked likely. You know, normally in these games, you see Championship or lesser division sides dropping deep, having to defend with everything. We haven't even given them much to worry about. Been a couple of loose balls into the penalty area that their big centre-backs have defended easily. It's, it's just been very, very disappointing. No composure. Oh, that'll be a free kick to Liverpool. 90 seconds to go. Another yellow card. Slot is Arteta 2.0. Are you an idiot? Is Arteta top of the league? Did he top the Champions League? Is he in the final of a League Cup? You're a moron. Look, I'm all for having a pop with players now, but I'm not having the manager getting it today. I'm sorry. I think that's a bit unfair. He put his trust in players to go out there and put a performance in, and they've just shit the bed. So, for me, the players need to take a lot of responsibility here as well. The bench isn't even Championship level. Jacko said, to know what a passing crossing accuracy is today, can't imagine it's pretty stats. The midfield didn't even get a chance in hell, said Sista. And here comes the free kick now. 30 seconds left. Costas puts in the cross. Goes through on the far side. Headed back across. Darwin headers touched over the bar by the keeper. And it's another corner. That was the chance. That was the chance right there. That was the chance. Darwin heads it and keeper touches it over the bar. It's another corner. 10 seconds to go. Cross in from Costas. Kelleher with a header and it's saved by the keeper, and that'll be that. Kelleher has a header that's saved by the Plymouth keeper, and Plymouth about to knock Liverpool out of the FA Cup. And it is over. Plymouth Argyle have beaten Liverpool and knocked us out of the FA Cup. 1-0 from the penalty spot. And Liverpool's FA Cup run for the league season is over. Congratulations to Plymouth. You can see what it means to the players, to their fans. They played really well. Penalty was an absolute penalty. No complaints from me. We created nothing and deserved nothing, but got to credit Plymouth for their performance and their victory. Lots of questions for us to ask. And it's not going to be a pretty match reaction, ladies and gentlemen, but it's going to be an honest one, as always. So, I need to ask you a favour. We're 55 subscribers away from hitting 298,000. If you can help us out by hitting that subscribe button, I would greatly appreciate it. It would mean a lot to us as we try to close in on 300,000. But yeah, it's look, congratulations to our opponents, Plymouth, first and foremost. We'll pick the bones out of this in the match reaction and try and figure out where we go from here. But obviously, big game on Wednesday against Everton coming up. And yeah, our FA Cup is over for the season, and deservedly so. You know, I've no complaints about the result. Lots of complaints about the performance. We'll talk team selection and we'll figure it all out. Look, I just want to congratulate our opponents firstly, but not great whatsoever. I'm trying to not be angry here, but it's difficult. It's difficult on days like that because it's just an embarrassing day. An embarrassing day. But hopefully we learn from this. Hopefully the club learns from it. Hopefully Arne learns from it. Hopefully the fringe players learn from it. Hopefully the goddamn owners learn from it. And hopefully I don't have to listen to any journalists, top reds, or any happy clappers telling me that this squad is good enough overall, because you've seen today that there's a huge drop off when you make the changes, and we need to figure that out. Until we do, you're going to have days like this. So, time for you all to jump on back aboard with me, start calling out these owners, because look, today in its own, you can talk about whatever you want. You can say we didn't deserve it, which we didn't. You can say it didn't look like we even cared about it, which it didn't. But ultimately, you need deeper squads if you want to challenge on all fronts. And we rolled the dice today, and Plymouth made us pay. So, congratulations to Plymouth. It's their day. They enjoy it as they should. And they can look forward to the draw for the 5th round. But for us, FA Cup's over for the season. Look, we'll see you for the match reaction. We're only 6 subscribers away. So if you can help me out before you head over to the match reaction, I will see you guys in 60 seconds time, where we'll try and pick the bones out of what was a low point so far this season. But again, congratulations to our opponents, Plymouth. They booked their place in the 5th round, deservedly so. And yeah, congratulations to them. See you for the match reaction in 60 seconds.